Let's good luck. Let's go.
Well, nothing else needs to be said now. Champion versus champion. Eric Terrible Morales, Marco Antonio Barrera. And we talked about the odds earlier, Gennaro. Went all the way up to -600, which meant that Eric Morales was a heavy favorite. It has been reported, and in fact, it is a known fact that Ricardo Maldonado, the manager of Marco Antonio Barrera, put over $15,000 on his fighter.
That's how much confidence they got on their fighter. I was hearing some of the people talk that Barrera's going to go out there and work that body.
And we begin.
And by the looks of it, there is no checking to see what plan we're going to be putting in play.
Well, you see Barrera, 2 early body shots, stepping forward. No feeling out period here in round number 1.
No feeling whatsoever.
Barrera in the sequin trunks, Morales in the white and black.
Yeah, we're looking at that Morales is trying to study a little bit, but Barrera's just jumping right away to work.
Barrera fighting like he's double parked. Backing up Morales with some hard shots.
And you know, one thing that Morales has to do, he just has to calm down. He just has to relax. Let Barrera come in and do what he wants to do, but at the same time, be careful.
Big left hand from Morales stands Barrera right up. Barrera with a good body shot.
And some of those shots are going down. Barrera has a good speed. He looks with the deception to come in here and win by knockout.
Some very sharp punches early on from Marco Antonio Barrera.
And we're looking at a little bit of watery eyes on the part of Eric Morales. He just got connected with a couple of good uppercuts by part of Barrera.
Well, we talked about Marco Antonio Barrera. Does he need a fast start? Well, he got one.
Well, there was no hesitating to see what he was going to do. He knew what he was coming to do, and that was to come in here and try to knock Morales out. There we see Morales land a pretty good right hand. Good counter punching by part of Morales.
Heavy exchanging on the inside early on.
Wait a minute, we're looking at a little slight cut, a little bit of blood on the part of Barrera on the right eye.
But it seems to be on the lower part of the eye.
Right, but you also have to understand that even though it's down below the eye, with the punching that Morales do, it'll probably put it in the eye and disturb one little. There's a headbutt.
Most of those shots blocked by Barrera.
Good countering, good countering. Barrera working good to the body. He just got connected with a good lift and didn't phase him at all.
2 tough men standing toe-to-toe, hurting each other early on. Oh, there's a low blow by Morales.
But we also have to understand that Barrera was holding his head down, so when the punch was getting thrown, he pushed Barrera's head down, and that's what caused the low blow. There's a stiff jab by Barrera, which was blocked by Morales. There's a good body shot to the body by Barrera, which Morales blocked, and he countered with some good uppercuts. Morales is jumping back and forth using feints. Barrera don't know whether he's going to be attacked or not.
A spirited round number 1.
And Barrera stares at Morales while he's walking back to his corner.
Everything we expected and more.
Right. I didn't expect the fight to go right away like this, the way it was, but it started quick. They're telling Morales that his dad is telling his son that, you know what, this is not what we agreed upon. You already have him cut. They're telling them to use a left uppercut. And Morales' corner, they're telling that the cut is nothing. They're telling him to go forward. We're looking at the replay right here where he gets connected with not too clean of a shot, but he got skinned by a good left hook by Morales.
You could just really feel the velocity of the shots, even though they're not landing hard.
Right, and there was a couple of good stiff jabs by Barrera that landed on the nostrils of Morales.
After all that, we still have 11 rounds scheduled to go. Round number 2, Barrera-Morales.
It just doesn't seem like this fight is going to go the 12 rounds, the whole distance.
Well, I'm not so sure both men can keep the pace up. A very brisk round number 1.
Well, Varela started off a little more calmer this time. I guess he was just trying to prove a point that he was going to come out here and fight in the first round. Right now, he started off with a couple of jabs.
You can just really see the focus in Barrera's eyes.
Yeah, they're both really focused and seeing how they're gonna, what is their next move. Morales, like I was trying to faking. There's a good fake right there. He should have thrown a jab, pretending he was gonna fake and throw a jab. But I would never expected that. There was a good combination right there.
If you're Morales with this quick start of Barrera, you start working off the jab on the outside.
There's a good uppercut by Varela, which landed pretty clean in the face of Morales.
And maybe that's why Morales should stick to the jab. He's getting raked over the coals pretty well on the inside by Barrera.
He is. Right there, you see, he smothers his own self. He doesn't get the distance he needs to attack pretty good. Right there at that distance, that's where Morales should be.
Good combination by Barrera.
To the inside, Barrera is very good with those left uppercuts.
The Barrera camp was insistent that they would show Erik Morales no respect, and they have been true to their promise. Those shots blocked.
Yeah. And there's a good right uppercut. It seems, I'm not too sure whether I saw a little bit of blood. Those are little low blows there that the referee never said anything about.
Borderline shots by Barrera. Back up with a big right hand.
Good right hand. And another lift. You see, Morales cannot be in there doing this type of fight. Reason why, because, you know, it makes Barrera grow. Why don't you just, you know, all right, he hit me, why don't you just take your time and step back? You know, it's a 12-round fight. Let him waste his energy.
Barrera taking the fight to Morales early on.
They both expected a real tough fight, and this is what they're getting. The people expected a good fight like this, and, you know, people come to see a good fight, and this is what they got. Good uppercut by Barrera, which he got the counter too by a left hook that landed on the jaw of Barrera too. Morales trying to work his way in little by little, trying to do uppercuts.
I don't think there's any doubt, though, Gennaro. Barrera has earned the respect of Morales, and that was a question coming in.
Yes, and also, I'm pretty sure that Barrera knows that Morales can take a pretty good shot, because he's gotten hit several times already with good right hands. There's another good right hand by part of Morales. By Barrera. Barrera connecting a good right hand.
So many questions about Marco Antonio Barrera have been answered throughout the first two. It's early, but right now it's Barrera's fight.
Yeah, right now, you know, they're telling him to work at a distance, to box. Don't stay there and get in there close. They're telling him to breathe in. Morales trying to move away. Barrera walking forward. There's a stiff jab and a good right hand that connected real good. It didn't do anything to Morales, but he continued to walk. There's a counter punches by Morales. Barrera reaching in, he gets connected with a good right, and there's some good shots that were landed by Barrera on the face of Morales.
Gennaro, it looks like Marco Antonio Barrera is just walking down Erik Morales. Should Morales be making more use of that jab?
I think what Morales should be doing is when Barrera steps in, he should step back with a good right uppercut and step to the side with a good left uppercut.
We begin round number 3.
Yeah, we're looking at Morales. They told him to step, you know, to box, and that's what he comes out doing right now. He's using his jab. But I do believe that once Barrera throws a punch and he kind of swings it.
And there is a slip as Barrera misses a left hand. Mitch Halpern gets right back into action.
Yeah, well, once he swings and he connects to the shoulder, so I think Morales will stop again and try to prove to him that, you know what, we're going to fight and I'm not going to run.
And there you see Terrible Morales again, which has been the habit today, really smothering his own right hand. Barrera so consistent to the body.
And that's something that they said they were going to do. Trying to work the body, try to take the legs away from Morales. They're telling Morales from his corner, you know what? Take it easy. Relax. There he gets connected with a good uppercut. See, he's reaching in. You see it, he smothers his way in. And Barrera knows that he's going to come in, so he stays with his head tucked in, and the shots don't get in very easy.
Throughout the first 2.5 rounds, it has been Marco Antonio Barrera with harder, cleaner punches on the inside.
Right there, he threw a good lift, a good stiff left jab, but he missed that left hook, trying to work it off that jab. There's some good work. You see, there's where he smothers his own self. He doesn't get his little distance right there. Marco Antonio Barrera relaxing. There's a good body shot. A good body shot.
Well, you could just feel that.
But it was partially blocked. That's why it didn't hurt Morales.
And there's a right hand to the body by Barrera.
Morales trying to bring in Barrera. Barrera likes that type of fight, so he's going to get in there. He's going to stick that head right on the shoulder. That way he won't get connected by any powerful punch by Morales. And we see right there, he smothers Morales. Morales, without him knowing, is wasting energy because Barrera is putting his pressure on. He's leaning on him. And he doesn't give any room for Morales to throw that power punch.
A lot of these shots by Morales blocked or smothered.
That's what Morales should be doing. There you go. There's some shots that you see are being low blows. There, he gets connected, but he also counter punches very good right there.
Here comes Barrera. Cleaner shots on the inside.
Morales trying to use the side steps, trying to move away, trying not to get. And there he's getting connected without, you see, he's using, there's a punch that he should be using right there. Just, there you go, right there. Just step back, side to side, move.
Toe-to-toe action. Barrera and Morales giving and taking, backing and forthing.
There's a good left uppercut by Morales. He's trying to reach in there, but he missed. He didn't throw the punch after because he saw Barrera getting ready to block that punch.
Genaro, Barrera is not fighting like a 6-1 underdog.
No, he's not. He's fighting like if he's in well control into this fight. Morales, on the other hand, he seems to be having a little bit of trouble trying to connect some good punches. They're telling him to throw more punches, but a lot quicker. They're telling Morales not to bounce around so much. Get your distance, but don't bounce around so much.
And Barrera looks very composed in his corner. You take a look at some of the action from round number 3.
Here we see Morales moving, sidestepping, a couple of shots, you know, hitting the borderline. There's some uppercuts on behalf of Morales. On the other angle, we see Morales again feigning, throwing some good shots, partially blocked by Barrera. There's some punches that might have got in, but very few got in. There's the one right there, a right uppercut that landed pretty good.
I'd say throughout the first 3 rounds, the cleaner punching has been done by Barrera.
Barrera, yes.
We begin round number 4, and you sense that maybe Eric Morales is a little bit stunned by the fury of Marco Antonio Barrera?
I don't think he's stunned. I think what he's trying to do, he's trying to find out how he can connect some good shots. Barrera has a good defense. There's a shot right there that Barrera threw, but he missed, and he was countered. Didn't connect too solid, but Morales did connect quite a little punch in.
Now you see a more aggressive Morales.
There's a good right hand.
Barrera.
A good right hand.
And Morales slips down as he tries to pin Barrera up along the ropes.
The reason what happened there was that Morales was so busy trying to use his footstep that when Barrera bounced off the ropes, he crashed, and Morales didn't have the footing and he fell. There's a good side step with a good left uppercut. It was a minor little touch, but you know, it connected. They're telling Morales over here in the corner to try to throw the right hand a little bit more. There's a good left uppercut.
And you see Barrera pulling down on the head of Morales, really just trying to steadily wear out Morales.
Yeah, but with the experience that he got, he's making Morales pay for the miss, and that's by him pulling him down. Morales moving, sidestepping. Good right hand by Barrera, and a good overhand right
and he backs up Morales.
Morales not knowing what he has to do to get Barrera off from him. There's some good body work right there by Barrera. Morales against the ropes, using some uppercuts. No shots really getting cleaned in. There's one right there that was partially blocked. Morales throwing overhand right that was blocked. There's some jabs. Not connecting very well. Barrera using his body weight, movement, his head movement, and making Morales miss a lot.
Now Morales backing up Barrera up along the ropes, and again he smothers himself, and distance has been a problem for Terrible Morales.
Oh, very low blow. Good uppercuts by Morales that connected very good on the jaw of Barrera.
Well, there have been some questions about the chin of Barrera, and I think he's
There's
answered
another
those.
good body shot. Those body shots are working. Some of them are pretty low, and the referee has not been seeing them, but like that one that hit the leg on.
Barrera has been so consistent, and he finally gets warned by referee Mitch Halpern.
And I'm pretty sure Morales expected something like this because, you know, when there's a fight like this, you know, you have to do whatever it takes to win this fight. And if the referee's not going to tell anything, you're going to continue doing it.
Well, I think if there's one question about Morales' toughness was could he take a sustained body attack, I think we're going to find out tonight.
We're going to find out how well and how much of that body shot he's going to be able to take. Because partially are being blocked by the elbow, but we're going to have to see how much he's going to take. Oh, another low blow.
And that was really a low blow by Barrera. Barrera finishing off the round.
In the corner over there, in Barrera's corner, they're getting very excited. They're saying that he's doing it. He's winning this fight. The referees, they're talking about the referee saying that he's a novice referee, that he doesn't have the experience. They're telling him to work on the side, not to work straight forward. They're telling Michael Antonio to use more combinations. Michael Antonio, right here, Morales, reaching in with the right, connecting pretty good, launching in, and there's a little side steps that he was doing. There's the connectors right there, a couple of shots to the body. There's an overhand right and a left uppercut that connected pretty good.
And we see the clean punching of Marco Antonio Barrera. And looking at his face, the cut under the eye has not affected him. And it looks like his face is in pretty good shape throughout the first 4 rounds.
Yeah, he's a good fighter with good defense.
And there's no doubt Marco Antonio Barrera has staying power. If you take a look at his fight against Kennedy McKinney in '96, voted one of the fights of the 1990s, took a sustained beating from Kennedy McKinney before turning down the rugged challenger.
Right there, Morales throws a couple of jabs with a good left that landed partially blocked, but it did connect. There's a good right hand that landed on the back. Morales using his jab, Barrera trying to wait. He's jabbing himself. Morales moving, sticking his jab out. There, he stays there without throwing a punch, and he got connected with a good right uppercut by Barrera.
And now there seems to be some blood over the nose of Morales, and he eats a good right hand.
But right there, Morales wants to have an exchange right there.
Heavy exchange on the ropes. Morales working well, fighting off the ropes.
The only bad thing about Morales is that he's dropping his hands and he's throwing wild. He's connecting some good shots, but at the same time he's being connected. Right there, he sticks a good left jab.
Oh, good right hand by Barrera.
There's a good uppercut, a good right uppercut. Right there, he shouldn't have stopped. He should have stepped again and with another right. It seems like it might be some blood coming out of Barrera's nose too. No, I'm wrong.
Heavy exchange as Morales coming on.
See the little side steps. You see, if you stay there in front of Barrera, he's going to beat you up. But if you use side steps, you'll hurt Barrera.
Morales coming on. Barrera shaking for the first time.
Good overhands right. But you see, there's another good right hand. Another good right hand. You see, Morales is sidestepping, so he's not giving any opportunity for Barrera to connect any shots. Because Barrera, what he's looking for is for somebody to stay right in front of him where he can connect those uppercuts. Good uppercut by Barrera.
Here comes Morales.
Morales is, he has Barrera pretty stubborn, pretty dazed a little.
Oh, big right hand by Barrera.
Oh,
Hurts Morales. Barrera coming on strong.
He's connecting with good solid shots. Morales doesn't look like he's hurt. But there we go again. We're going to see which one has a stronger jaw.
This is a battle of attrition. Who is going to outlast each other? Champion versus champion.
And both of them fighting like champions.
Swinging from the heels. Half a minute to go, round number 5. How long can they last?
It seems like both of them got tired during all that pressure and all that fighting that they were doing. They were swinging away. There.
Uh-oh.
He swings and both of these fighters, they know that they're in there for a war tonight. They've been connected with very good shots. It looked like they kind of wore down a little bit. Morales is moving. There comes a couple of shots that were thrown by Morales that missed. There's another shot.
Well, an early candidate for round of the year. Round number 5 was a doozy. men packed their lunch.
Well, like you said, this is a fight where we're going to see which one can take a better shot. And obviously, so far, they're both taking some good shots. Morales looks like he's being drained a little bit. He looks a little tired, a little exhausted. Barrera showed a little bit too, but he showed a little more stamina in this fight, in this round, I mean.
Well, we build it as champion versus champion. I think it's lived up to the hype.
It's living up to it. Right now, Morales here with the overhand right. There's a straight right that connected. Shots that were being blocked. There's a good right uppercut, a good left, a right hook. There's a couple of shots there that were thrown. But then here comes Barrera. Barrera coming in there, working his way. Ooh. Left hook, right, straight, right, left uppercut. But Morales trying to hold on, dropping his hands, getting connected with good left hooks and rights.
And that really changed the round for Barrera, who was taking a shellacking up until that point. Do we begin round number 6? It's been a doozy.
Well, we knew in the beginning of the first round when they weren't giving each other respect that there was going to be no respect in this fight.
Well,
and obviously, they don't got it.
I think Barrera took the play from Morales early, and I think it's up to Morales to really battle back.
And there's another low blow that the referee tells Barrera to pick up those blows. I do believe that some of those shots that have been below the belt have affected Morales.
Good right hand by Barrera.
There's another exchange again. Good uppercut by Morales. One thing that Barrera is doing good is he's moving to Morales' right. That way he can take the power away from that left hook or from that left uppercut. Good left uppercut and good body shot by Barrera.
Barrera so consistent with that left hook to the body.
Morales looks like he's trying to work the head and not the body. He's not trying to take no power away from those punches. He's just constantly looking for the head and not no body work. And I do believe that that's something that Morales should be doing, is working to the body. There's a good right hand that was thrown, but it was blocked by the left elbow of Barrera. Good left hook and a good left to the body.
But here comes Morales right back.
You know, I never thought that Barrera was going to react the way he has in this fight after he got shot. Not the way he got hit the way he did when he fought Junior Jones and Kenny McKinney. But obviously, Morales is a good, he has good power, but he's not holding Barrera back at all.
Barrera just threw a good right hand to the body.
And right now, he just got connected by a left uppercut in part of Morales. Morales is chasing Barrera now. Barrera taking steps back, not moving or jumping or running. He's just taking steps back. He's not wasting energy that's going to cost him probably later on in the fight.
Barrera with the more subdued round here in round number 6. It has been Terrible Morales pressing the action.
Morales trying to reach in, and Barrera sticking his jab, and Morales crashing into it. I'm noticing that Morales when he comes in with his hands dropped, and that's why Barrera counters him, and he counters him with good shots. Morales should be with his hands up when he attacks, not going in there with his hands low. Another low blow right there. Referee not saying anything about it. A good uppercut and a good body shot by Barrera.
Halfway through, it's anybody's fight. Marco Antonio Barrera, Eric Terrible Morales.
In the corner over here, Morales, they're asking for water. They're telling him to try to open up that guard because Barrera has his guard real close, tight.
And we take a look at the knockout part of Eric Morales late. 7 knockouts after the 6th round.
They're telling Morales here, going forward. He connected a good right there, and he just missed that left hook.
Gennaro, judging the body language of both fighters, it looks like Morales is struggling a little bit more with the physical pace of this fight than Marco Antonio Barrera.
Marco Antonio does not look like he's suffering to get air, to grasp air. But then Morales, on the other hand, he's seeing a little down. I'm not sure whether he's disappointed in the performance that he's doing and how he's getting hit. He just got connected again with a good left uppercut and a good right by Barrera that connected good on the jaw of Morales. It may be that he's having trouble trying to get air from the nose. There's a good uppercut by Morales. A good right hand by Morales while Barrera was coming in. There's some good exchange right there. Good uppercuts. They're trying him to open up that guard. Barrera has a good close guard, and that's something that is giving Morales trouble to connect on. There we see him going forward, connecting. There's a body shot. There's some uppercuts on part of Barrera.
Most of these shots being smothered by Barrera. Morales working hard, though, on the inside. Barrera presses forward.
See, they're trying to scream at Morales to do some movements, not to stay. You see, there is a mistake that Morales is doing right there. He leans back and he drops his hands. And he's getting connected pretty good with some left rights.
And he got nailed with some good, solid right hands that stiffened him up on the ropes. Very impressive performance from Barrera.
Good right uppercut. Morales comes back with an exchange of his own with right hooks. He's trying to get Barrera to drop that hand or to open up that guard, something that he's unable to do. There's a couple of shots there to the body. There's another good shot. There's a good overhand right that was partially blocked by Barrera. Morales throwing good uppercuts with hooks, good shots.
Barrera, though, been very consistent while blocking shots, going downstairs to Morales.
You know, that's something that's going to give Morales a very difficult time if he can't get that guard to open up. He's going to have to continue throwing. There's a good left uppercut in part of Barrera that connected pretty good. See, Barrera smothers him, and he doesn't give Morales a chance to get away.
He stays right on top of him.
But you see, there's a problem with Morales that he should stick his head underneath the chin of Barrera. Don't leave Barrera stick his head in underneath the chin of Morales. You know, you get in there and you make him try to find a way to get in there. There he goes again, right back to the body. But to me, it seemed like it was like a low blow right there. Referee didn't see it, so he couldn't call it. Morales has to stay away from the ropes. He can't stay there and try to exchange punches.
You just wonder when Mitch Halpern will step in and take a point away from Barrera, who's been consistently low the whole night.
Right now, Morales trying to stick a jab in there. But Barrera tried to counter, didn't quite connect any punches. It's another good right uppercut by Morales. Oh, good shot! It stung Morales. It stung Morales.
Good counter shot by Barrera off, catching Morales off the ropes. What a fight.
They're telling Barrera, that's the way you do it. That's the way you stay there and fight like that. At a distance, the way you're doing it right there. You're getting your distance, you're fighting. He's saying that he has more conditioning. And they're gonna beat up on Morales. Right here we see Morales against the ropes. There he is, counter punching, but as you can see, Morales is not giving him enough room to get his punching power. He doesn't get the distance enough to get that power. Barrera, there he goes. He continues to go forward. There is Morales. There, look at the hands, where the hands are at. They're constantly being dropped, and there's another round with a good left hook that stung Morales, but Morales swings. That way, the referee could say, you know what, I'm okay. I'm countering punches, and we're going to start the round like this.
That was a very close round. Was that enough for Marco Antonio Barrera to steal that round? Still a very close fight between Morales and Barrera. It has lived up to every single expectation.
Well, with all due respect to Morales, I do believe that he's on the low side of the card, on the score charges, I believe. He's going to have to get in there, try to find a way to take advantage, to take control of this fight from here on now.
It seems like Gennaro is very disciplined within this wild fight. He is still holding his guard up high, picking his shots, and smothering Morales when he needs to.
You know, Barrera came with the
game plan.
With the game plan already set that he was going to smother Morales and that he wasn't going to give him that opportunity to use the reach. On the other hand, Morales, I don't understand why he's not trying to figure out a way to use his distance.
Oh, there's a good right hand.
Well, good overhand right by Barrera.
Every time Barrera seems to be in some problem, he just comes forward and smothers Morales. He's been very effective throughout the night.
Yeah, right here you see Barrera not wasting no energy, just staying there waiting, making Morales come to him. He's not reaching in, he's not doing nothing. You see this little step back he takes, Morales has to reach in, and when he does, Barrera counter punches. That's something that he's doing very good today in this fight. There we see finally Barrera move a little bit, try to jump a little bit, but as usual, he's right back to his little 1-2 steps. Good right hand.
Good 1-2.
Morales getting ready to do a side step or trying to step back. He didn't do the full step, so he got caught with a good right hand.
Another 1-2 by Barrera.
This right here is where Morales doesn't want to be because he's dropping his hands. He's getting connected so much.
I think the bottom line is Barrera is now simply out-fighting Morales, out-thinking him also.
Yeah, it seems to me that Barrera seems a little more stronger than Morales does in this fight. And he has a heavier punch.
And with all those borderline shots, Mitch Halpern has not taken any points away from Barrera, really allowing him to stay within that game plan.
But I tell you, once again, I'm going to throw that to Morales' corner. Why aren't they telling him to work the body? Why aren't they telling him to throw that left to the body? They're telling him to throw. Right now, I just got to hear one of his cornermen say throw a straight right to the stomach. Good. That was a good shot. But you see what Barrera's doing. He's not giving Morales any chance. He's holding him, he's struggling him. He's making him waste energy by pulling him down. There's another shot to the body, another one low. There's another one low right there. Mitch Halpern can't see him. There was a couple of shots there that I believe Mitch Halpern saw, but he didn't say anything.
Oh,
and again,
big combination.
there's another combination, both of them just going toe-to-toe.
Wow. I think that speaks for itself.
Oh, yeah.
Toe-to-toe action. Neither men wanting to give an inch. And they soak Morales in his corner. Barrera looks like he's been through a walk in the park.
Look at the face that Morales, look at the corner that Morales is in. He's with his head ducked. I don't know what he's thinking. He may be thinking that, you know what, I'm in for a hard fight. I need to get in there and fight.
And look at Barrera.
Barrera with his head straight up. Barrera attacking here with a straight left, connecting a real good solid right hand. That the other one, there's a left hook that connected, a couple of left, a good right uppercut. Barrera holding right there. The end of the round here, we see Morales fighting. There they go, toe-to-toe. 1-2, 1-2. That's all they're throwing. No boxing mobility, no nothing. Just getting there and toe-to-toe.
But you get the sense that Barrera is in better range than Morales, therefore able to land the cleaner shots.
Of course, you have to, with Morales, you're gonna have to figure a way to use your distance, something that he's not using at all.
Well, here we come, the championship rounds. This is a test of wills between Barrera and Morales.
And I'm gonna tell you why Morales cannot do it, and that's because Barrera is using a good defensive technique going forward with his hands closed, making Morales miss and making him reach in at the same time while he's being countered. There we see.
Oh,
he just walked into a good hook. Morales is a game fighter. He's getting connected. It seems like he's getting hurt, but at the same time, with the condition he got, he's been able to take those punches, and we see him trying to come back.
The nose of Erik Morales is now bleeding profusely with the attack of Barrera.
No, he got connected again.
Here comes Barrera.
There he goes again.
Barrera pouring it on.
It just seems that it's just a matter of time where Barrera's power is just going to overpower Morales.
I think this is pre-Junior Jones vintage Marco Antonio Barrera that we are seeing.
Here the people are screaming for Morales. A lot of people were cheering for Morales. There we see Morales trying to counter and trying to calm down the people, saying that, you know what, don't go for Barrera. I'm here to fight. And he's connecting some good shots. There's a good left, partially blocked by Barrera. We're looking here at this fight, and we're seeing the damages that's been done.
Well, here comes Morales, though, pouring it on. Barrera with a little bit of a dead spot here in his action.
The face of Morales is speaking that that he's been in a hard fight. He's been getting connected with some real good shots. Morales on the other. Oh, we just see a little cut on the left cheekbone of Barrera.
Barrera comes forward, though. feeling.
Oh, there's a real big, it's nasty because it's swelling up real big time on him. We're gonna hope that this fight is not gonna end on the cut. It's been a real good, exciting fight. He's being connected right now. There's right hand. They believe that Barrera is gonna get hurt because of that cut in the right.
You just get the feeling though, Barrera, his will is so strong tonight.
Look what he's doing. He's making Morales waste energy. He's holding him down until the referee tells him to let go. Morales just got connected with a good overhand right by Barrera. Morales going forward. It looked like he got a little bit of energy. He just got connected with a good right hand. I don't understand why Morales is not picking up those hands. I just think that he's been comfortable and throughout his career with his hands down there. He's been connected and he don't care. He just reached in and got connected. He's hurt. He is hurt.
Three-punch combination turns around again for Barrera. It was Barrera early, Morales late. Barrera took the play with that three-punch counter-punch combination.
I'm looking over at the expression that Morales got, and he's being bothered by the cut and the swelling that he gets on that left cheekbone.
And you take a look at that. He's built to last, Marco Antonio Barrera.
Right now they're telling Barrera that he's knocked out. That Morales is knocked out.
Gennaro, there seems to be panic in the corner of Morales.
Well, you have to understand that Morales has been taking more punishment like he's been right here. He got connected with a good left hook, good right, the straight punches. Now he contained him to throwing him into hooks. There we go right here. We're seeing that Morales getting ready to throw that. There he got connected with that good right hand that got him, and all because he was reaching in. He's hurt right there. If the bell wouldn't have been able to say it, I think in the round he would have been dropped.
Well, Barrera finally showing the effects of a physical fight with Erik Morales with a cut on the left cheek, but he comes forward.
And we're seeing Morales trying to tell Barrera, you know what? You might have hurt me in the last round, but you know what? I'm still here to fight. Good body shot by Morales. The good body shots by Barrera, which were blocked by Morales at the same time.
I think it's safe to say this is the most danger Erik Morales has ever faced in his career, and it's been an illustrious one at that. 35 fights, 35 wins.
He's been getting hit a lot by Barrera with some good solid shots. He's been hurt several times. Neither one of them wants to go down. But then again, we're looking at that Barrera's been doing a lot more punishment than Morales has. We see the damage that's been done on Morales' face. There was a low shot right there that the referee didn't say nothing.
That was a borderline shot right to the belt by Barrera. Been consistent with that the whole night.
There again, we see Morales reaching in with the overhand right, whereas the left hand is being dropped. He's vulnerable to get caught again. There's a good 1-2 combination by Morales when Morales was reaching in.
He just doesn't seem to have the same snap he had a couple rounds ago. I think the effects of Barrera's power has really sapped some of the starch out of Erik Morales.
No, most definitely. You know, with the body attack and the punishment that he's been receiving and the weight that he has to be carrying around, because Morales is carrying his weight and plus he's carrying the weight of Barrera. There again, another good right hand. Good right hands by both fighters. They were both being connected at the same time. Morales landing the better 2 punches though.
So Morales with a brave, courageous round number 10 after being rocked late in round number 9 has really bounced back well.
And I'm really noticing that Morales is leading off more with the right hand than he is with a jab. I believe that they're telling him in the corner that, you know what, that right hand is going to do the damage. Continue. And there we saw a couple of shots right there. Now we're going to see another exchange of 1-2 and see which one has the bigger heart and which one doesn't want to go down.
Both men eating right hand.
There we go.
He rocks
Morales. But you know, I gotta say that. But now Morales is off. His balance wasn't there, and Barrera is pushing himself forward. There he got connected again. There's some good shots of now part of Morales. But there you see the smothering of Barrera. Wasting time, killing the clock. You think Barrera's on top. This definitely hurts the cause of Morales. He may be running out of time. Yeah, and also Barrera's making Morales waste his energy by putting all the weight on top of him. There's some body shots right there. The part of Morales, a part of Barrera was connected on the elbow of Morales. There's a jab. A good right. We're going to see it. Hope maybe another 1-2 punch action, which we didn't see because the bell came to halt this round.
2 rounds to go. It's all on the line.
All on the line, and neither one want us to go down. There we see the audience here on their feet. We're going to the corner of Morales. There we go. We're seeing the cut that Barrera has on the left cheekbone. They're talking about that Marcos. Morales doesn't have nothing. He doesn't have nothing for you. They're trying to continue throwing good punches, continue throwing straight punches. They're trying him to throw double left hooks to the body. With everything, with all the power you got. Now we're looking at the corner of Morales. They're telling him to take a step back and to counter punch.
Well, I don't think anyone's going to ask for a refund tonight. It has been spectacular action. 10 down, 2 to go. Barrera Morales, round number 11.
And this is what you call a unification fight. Toe-to-toe action here. 2 warriors trying to get in there, trying to prove to one another that they're the better fighter. Both of them getting hurt, but mostly Morales coming out with the more damage done to him.
This has been a physical, bruising, pounding fight. It's been a battle of attrition between 2 tough men. Marco Antonio Barrera, Eric Morales.
Barrera just got through getting connected with a good hand, and he comes back to connect one of his own.
Good straight right hand down the pipe from Barrera.
There we go again to the ropes. Morales not wanting to stay there. He's moving side to side now. There's a right to the body. Barrera holds on.
Gennaro, it doesn't look like that cut underneath the cheek has really affected Barrera.
Well, at least not yet, because the good defense. But here's the problem that Morales is having. He's being pummeled to the body by Barrera, something that he's never suffered before.
And the nose continues to bleed profusely for Eric Morales.
Another good body shot. A good left uppercut by Morales, which connected on the face of Barrera. They're telling Morales to throw that right to the body right here in the corner, but Morales continues to throw uppercuts and right hooks, which are connecting, but you know they want him to work the body too, and something he's not doing. On the corner with Barrera, they're telling him, they're short. I'm looking at that one of his cornermen telling him to go forward, go forward. There's a good right uppercut, good left, good right hook. Reaching in, missing. Barrera again to the body. Good uppercut while Morales was trying to make a little side step. Barrera caught him with a good uppercut.
Barrera has not been as busy, but he's been a little bit more precise, a little bit more accurate in his punching. Morales out-hustling him this round, but I'm not so sure he's doing the more damage of the 2.
Well, most of the punches that Morales is throwing there, they're being blocked. They're being blocked by the arms of Barrera. Barrera again smothering him. He's wasting time. Good right hand, reaching right hand by Morales, which connected. There's a good stiff left jab by Barrera. See, look at the little steps that Marco Antonio Barrera is taking. He's just taking 2 steps back, making Morales reach in. Like right there. He missed the counter punching, but he was able to hold on.
And just a moment ago, he landed a good straight 1-2.
Now we're looking at that Morales may be cut. A good body shots to the body that kind of hurt.
Oh, I think Morales is hurt. He backs up. That definitely hurt him.
Oh, yes. Now he's making movements.
Now you see Morales on his bicycle.
I do believe that body shot hurt him, and also the blood that he has on the right side of his face is going to be bothering now.
Oh, good left hook by Barrera, finishing off the round. Barrera finishing this round.
And people told me that, you know what? Morales is not going to be able to handle the punishment that he's going to receive to the waist. And that's something that's showing right here. Morales is cut on the tip of the nose. Not on the tip, but on the bone.
You get the feeling Marco Antonio Barrera is 3 minutes away from pulling the upset.
We're noticing right here that the dad is whispering in here.
He looks like a worn fighter.
They tell him that when Barrera steps in, as soon as he steps in, you step to the side and counter punch him. On the opposite side, they're telling Barrera to throw hard punches.
But again, in relative comparison, Barrera looks like he's been through a walk in the park outside that cheek. A lot of panic on the corner of Eric Morales.
Yeah, you know, it's just that little cheekbone problem and that little cut. But you look at the other corner over here, Morales, and Morales has been in war.
3 minutes. Barrera Morales. What a war.
Okay, now they're talking to each other, saying something that neither one of them likes. I figured they said, you know what? Let's go toe-to-toe and see
here
who's the
comes
better man.
Barrera.
And there we go.
Big
body
shot.
Morales, they must have told Morales, you know what, you're losing this fight, go toe-to-toe.
Oh, big left
Good
hook
shot.
by Barrera.
Good shots that just hurt. They just hurt Morales.
Well, I think that he may have starched the energy of Morales, whatever he has left with those big left hooks. Barrera has fought a spectacular fight.
You know, you have to take your hat off of both fighters. Both fighters don't want to go down. They're both receiving punishment. More on the hands of Morales, who's taking more punishment, as you can see. Body shots are just devastating. They're just taking everything out of it. There we see Morales land a good right hand. And also being cut, I believe, in the right cheekbone. A little bit of blood coming out of there. Morales using steps. But you know what? He's going to have to go in there and just slug it out, because you know what? I believe that he is down on the scorecards. He's losing this fight. He's going to have to go in there and play it, give it all. They're telling Morales not to jump. They're telling him not to jump.
I think the physical nature of this fight is written all over the face of Eric Morales. It says it all.
You know, a lot of people, including myself, had a little bit of doubt on Barrera, you know, after the fight that he had against Junior Jones and Kenny McKinney, you know, the punishment that he received. But right here, he showed that he could give it this time. He's not receiving any of it tonight.
I don't think there's any doubt. He has outfought Eric Morales.
You know, they're talking about that, you know, that Morales is going to be moving up in weight. Maybe he had the problem. Maybe that isn't the fate. But you know what? You're going to have to throw all this out, because Barrera came in here with good condition. Morales the same way. And both fighters are here at 100%, 100% plus in conditioning-wise.
Well, I don't think there's any excuses, and there's no reason to be ashamed on either side. But Barrera has fought a great fight tonight.
Both fighters have fought a great fight tonight, even though Morales is the one that's coming out at the end stick of the, the end of the stick tonight. He's being pummeled, he's being outsmarted, and he's being outsprint by Barrera.
Under a minute to go. It's been a great one. Champion versus champion. It's lived up to every single billing.
And he just hurt Morales with a good left hook. This is punishment that I don't think, it should be taken, but, they're fighting. Morales is moving. Look, they're telling him to close the fight.
It was
he just got dropped. He just got dropped. And you know what? And some of it had to do with the balancing. And he's hurt. You see he's hurt. Morales is hurt.
It all started in the opposite corner with two big left hands. Barrera has 20 seconds. Oh, Morales still showing hard. Look at this.
He doesn't want to go down. He figured that wasn't a knockdown. He was going to show the people that he was okay. But we saw it in his legs that he didn't have it underneath him.
There won't be a knockdown. Barrera finishing off. Morales standing brave.
Both of the fighters deserve a hand of applause.
What a fight! Unbelievable.
Both of them deserve it. We have to give the credit to Barrera. He did a better fight. He smarted him. There we see. You see, he's off balance right there. I do believe that he was rammed against the body of Barrera.
Wasn't that just general fatigue over 12 rounds?
It was both, but as you can see, Barrera's coming forward. He's coming forward. Morales reaches in. There you see. There is no punch there. There is a knee. There is no punch there.
Right. I definitely think.
But there is fatigue and the power of Morales going forward and Barrera going forward at the same time, clashing.
But I don't think there's any doubt Barrera had the better 12th round. Cleaner, sharper punching.
Yes, yeah, more definitely. He got, and it looked like it hurt him. And they do deserve this kind of applause.
And we have a split decision.
Oh, split decision.
Dwayne Ford scores the bout 114 to 113 for Barrera. Harold Castellano scores the bout 114 to 113 for Morales. And Dalby Shirley scores the bout 115 to 112 for the unified champion by split decision. Sonanotre, Tijuana, Mexico, Eric.
Well, there you have it.
Terrible Morales.
Wow.
There you have it.
Julio Cesar Chavez and the things that are going on in his life. He's separated from his wife. He is surrendering his entire purse of $1.5 million to the Mexican government to cover back taxes. He's coming off the embarrassment of his proud career. He is filled with emotion, anger, and venom. And I'm just wondering if Joey Gamach's timing might have been a little off to fight Chavez, but Chavez fought De La Hoya at 139. He's at the heaviest he's ever fought, 146 tonight. Gamach said that I have to discourage Chavez early, keep him off balance. And Gamach going right at Chavez from the opening bell.
Yeah, he also said that Chavez has been declining since Pernell Whitaker. He said Chavez is not the best today. For too many wars, he has degraded some in his boxing skills. But he knows that Chavez still has the experience and the skill. Chavez facing many problems, haunted by Oscar De La Hoya. He's frustrated, confused, a bit disoriented. And he is extremely depressed because of all these problems. And he looks a little bit pudgy tonight, carrying a few extra pounds.
And Oscar De La Hoya, I'm sure Gamach looking at that left eye that you kind of helped open, according to Chavez 4 months ago. What do you think the condition of that cut is 4 months later? And
well, actually, Julio Cesar Chavez claims that that cut is no longer there, or that scar is no longer there. So we should see Chavez at 100%.
Yeah, but does Joe Gamach goes for the cut?
I feel that Joey Gamach is going to go for the cut. He feels that that cut there that I put on there 4 months ago is still fresh.
What do you mean that you put on there?
That was his sparring partner.
Or was it his kid?
That was his sparring
Or his
partner.
sparring partner.
He said it opened up 3 weeks before the fight with you, Oscar, in the gym. It was reopened by his 3-year-old son.
You know, you're a big fan of Chavez. You studied him very closely, so you knew him in his peak. And when he fought you, what was the decline that you saw in Chavez in your fight?
You know, actually, I sparred with Chavez when I was 16 years old, and he was preparing himself for Maldrick Taylor. I had the opportunity and the honor to be in the same ring with him at that age, so I kind of had an idea of what his style is. At that age, at that weight that I was weighing featherweight, 126 pounds. I felt that I can outspeed this guy and outpower this guy, so I had a little advantage going into this fight June 7th, and I felt that that I was the stronger man up in that ring.
So Chavez in the corner, working here. Oscar, you surprised, 146 pounds, the heaviest in his career. You think he's feeling a little of that?
Well, actually, I'm not surprised because Julio Cesar Chavez, of course, he does train hard, but he's not taking this fight very seriously. He's not working as hard, and he feels that he wants bigger and better fights. He wants to take a match because he thinks it's an easy fight, but he's very wrong tonight.
How could you say he's not taking this seriously? He feels if he can win his next 3 fights, he has a rematch with you. If he loses this, it's over, and he wants it. One of the reasons he wants to win is because he said the champion's got to go out with dignity.
A real true champion will always stay at his weight. He will not go more than 5, 4, 3 pounds at the most.
Round number 2. Julio Cesar Chavez, 97-2-1 with 82 knockouts. Joey Gamach, 45-2 with 29 KOs.
Yeah, and already in that first round, Gamach felt the power of Chavez. Chavez has all his power in that left hook. He has a nice style, but he throws the gancho, the hook punch. And he landed that well in that first round. There's another hook right there from Chavez.
Oscar, you said you felt that you could outspeed Chavez. Do you think it was the supremacy of your speed or a decline in Chavez? We're trying to get a feeling of where Chavez is here in his 101st fight. Does he have a shot of returning to the top form, or is he fooling himself?
I think Chavez it still is strong. He's still strong. He's still fast, but speed is what just overwhelms him. Maldrick Taylor did it. Pernell Whitaker, myself, and I feel that speed, he just cannot take speed.
Absolutely, and the last thing that anybody loses, as you know, Oscar, is the power. And already landing with those powerful shots here in the second round is Chavez.
Right, Chavez, of course, like I said before, he's still strong and he's still fast and very intelligent up in that ring.
And it appears as though when Gamache moves to his left, he's circling away from that powerful left hook of Chavez. Takes that power away from him, but Chavez also has a good right hand and he's able to steer opponents into that left hook using the right hand.
Chavez is very strong with both hands, the left hook, the right hand, the straight jab. He's a very experienced boxer. He has more than 100 fights, and I feel that Chavez still has it.
Yeah, but he says in tonight's fight, I'm only 60 to 70%. I'd be lying to myself if I said I was 100%. But he also says the past for me is dead forever. Double left hook, Gamache on the attack.
Taking it to Chavez. Chavez says he wanted to end this one as quickly as possible. He says there's no other choice but to knock Gamache out. He tried to silence the critics. Chavez standing in front of Gamache, but this is a tendency in his whole career. Often has no regard for his opponents, whether he has power or not. He'll take punches to get his in.
Oh, he has a good chin, but he's got to be worried now about the cuts that might open up or reopen.
This is 2 good rounds, a yard round. You understand? A lot of upper body movement here. Use that head.
Well, some of that action from that second round. Watch the quick movements, these jerky style movements from Gamache on the attack. But Chavez uses his experience, takes his time, lands one punch. Doesn't waste much energy.
And just an example of the hand speed of Gamache.
Even though Gamache is not landing those punches, he's taking Chavez out of balance and making Chavez be wide open for other shots.
Oh yeah, and he's also keeping Chavez's eyes busy. Chavez, when he is being punched at, he's protecting himself and not punching you. The best defense is a great offense.
Gamache, fight plan to try to keep Chavez off balance. Don't do it by running around the ring, and Gamache has been right in front for the most part of his opponent.
But he says, I won't stand and slug, and I'll try to dictate the pace. I'll also try to keep turning him. Right. What he means by that is when you punch hard, you have to set your feet on the canvas. You have to dig in. What Gamache wants to do is move every time that Chavez sets in. He wants to move.
And Gamache is one of those who feels that Chavez's skills have faded, going back to the Maldrick Taylor fight, in which Chavez was saved with 2 seconds to go, and that fight was stopped. And he feels the kind of fights that Chavez has had, that the clock is ticking, that it catches everyone, and that Chavez is no exception. But also could be catching Gamache, who's 30 years old. But he comes out looking sharp here in the first couple of rounds.
Oh yeah, but it's still early in this fight, and Chavez is notoriously a slow starter. He knows there's plenty of time in this fight. Oh, downstairs to the body, and see those body shots, especially in long fights, body shots accumulate. Shake off the shots to the head. There's a Low blow to good sportsman. Double left hook from Chavez. Downstairs to the body, brings your opponent's guard down, and then you go over the top to the head.
The chanting for Chavez.
Keeps his chin up in the air rather high, doesn't he, Oscar?
I think he does. After he throws his right hand or his left hook, he keeps his chin up high, which is very dangerous.
Keeps it exposed.
Coming down to the final 10 seconds in round number 3 of this scheduled 10-round fight.
This has been a salient characteristic of Julio Cesar Chavez. Downstairs to the body and then over to the top of the head. The punch right on the borderline from Julio. And to throw that punch, you got to dig around under the elbow.
Round number 4, 2 former world champions fighting now to continue on. Upstairs in boxing, Julio Cesar Chavez, the legend. Joey Gamache, the former 2-time champion.
The lateral movement from Gamache and that jab. He says the jab tonight is my most important weapon.
And this is the legend of Julio Cesar Chavez. He knocked out 27 of his first 28 opponents. Was 87-0 before the draw against Whitaker. Undefeated in 90 fights before the loss to Frankie Randall. And now Marty Simon settling down Joey Gamache.
He's got a strong slap from Marty Duncan, the referee. Wow. What a slap. Ouch. That would hurt.
Chavez, who held world titles in 3 weight classes for a combined 10 years. All-time record, 27 consecutive undefeated title fights, surpassing the mark of 26 by Joe Louis. Record total of championship fights, 34. The legend of Julio Cesar Chavez. And the crowd responds.
Really pouring it on is Chavez. Do you see anything differently in Chavez tonight, Oscar?
Well, actually, I can see Chavez's punches coming in a mile away. He's lunging too much, but he's doing damage to Gamache.
Again, the left hook. Chavez, one of the great
a headbutt.
He got it.
Oh, a headbutt.
And Marty Duncan again with a warning. Brings some life to Gamache. Chavez, of course, known for the punishment that he can deliver, the pinpoint precision. Knowing how to finish a fight, knowing the moment to turn it up.
Yeah, knowing when to turn it up and turn it on. That is part of timing. That only comes with experience. The experience of 100 fights, knowing when your opponent is ready to go. Now look at Chavez stalking, trying to cut off the ring, make Gamache expend his energy, make Gamache fight it, solidly go downstairs to the body. Those will pay off late in this fight.
Best round for Chavez.
this round. I'm saying we winning this fight. I don't want you to stand up and fight this guy. Take a point away. Gotta watch the head, okay?
Well, Chavez went out and stunned Gamache. That big left hook. Gamache tried to hold on to tie up. Once again, big left hook right on the side of the jaw. Gamache was stunned. He held on. He tied up. And then later in the round, went in with the head. Chavez didn't like that. Marty Dinkin, the referee, saw it, acknowledged it.
And now Chavez has taken the control, what Joey Gamache did not want to give up.
No doubt about that. And you know, that's where a crowd can help you if you're somebody like Chavez, and hurt you if you're an opponent like Gamache. That crowd, so deafening in this arena, makes you feel like you are really hurt. You can't concentrate because the crowd is screaming so loud. It breaks your concentration.
Not only that, there's no response to a punch that Gamache may go in, and of course, Chavez's punches are magnified, and you have 3 judges around the ring also that could be subliminally affected by that.
Subliminal messages.
No, Chavez right now is just, he looks excellent, actually. He looks strong. He looks fast. He looks like he really wants to climb up the ladder once again and have the rematch with me.
Are you glad to see him take control in this fight?
I'm very glad. I just want him to have a great performance, do good in this fight, and I wish him the best of luck in every single fight. Well, of course, except for mine, but, you know, I just wish him the best.
Gamache takes it, moves in on Chavez, tries his left hook. Chavez now starting to add up some power shots.
Yeah, you really see the difference in strength of these 2 fighters. Chavez has his comfortable weight is this welterweight division. But Joey Gamache coming up to the welterweight division can't match that power inside the ring. Big right hand from Chavez.
But Gamache showing his heart, gets right back in there. Tough haul for Gamache because you have Chavez, who is known for the solid chin and head and taking punches. Gamache not really known as a power puncher.
He's not known as a power puncher, but if he uses his speed here in this fight for Chavez, he can do some damage in the long run.
I've never been hit with an easy punch. They all hurt. Just a matter of putting them out there, and now
the jab pushes Gamache away.
Chavez really taking control. Power shots.
Doubling
activity. He is on top of Gamache. He's on him like a cheap set of trumps.
Well, Gamache gets 3 quick ones in, but gets a big right back.
Oh, and another headbutt.
Go over there. Go over there.
Second one, and they're going to take a point.
Marty Dinkin, the referee, has given Gamache a couple of warnings.
And a couple of slaps.
10 seconds to go. Chavez continues to pile on the points.
Oh, yeah, powerful left hand. Boom, look at that shot. Oh, I think actually the back of the head of Joey Gamache hit the canvas, and then he bounced back up without leaving his feet. And then Gamache, too aggressive. Actually, the shoulder, I think, hit the face of Chavez. But Marty Dinkin said, that's enough of that. No headbutting, spearing.
Chavez saying, as a champion, I want to go out with dignity. Did not want to go out after the fight against Oscar De La Hoya, and is obsessed about returning and getting a rematch. He says he plans 3 fights, starting with this one here against Joey Gamache, and then a rematch possibly in April or May of '97 against Oscar De La Hoya. And Oscar, I know you welcome that opportunity.
Almost definitely. I will give Mr. Julio Cesar Chavez an opportunity anytime.
How about right now?
We can do it now, no problem.
I think he's a little bit busy right now.
And if Chavez wins those 3 fights, which leads to the rematch, certainly energizes the fight with Oscar.
Sure, but what if he doesn't get a knockout tonight? Does that really hurt Julio Cesar Chavez?
Actually, well, if he just gets a good victory under his belt, he will be known as a man who just came back and wants to regain his crown.
Well, it looked back in that 4th and 5th round that he was on his way to a knockout, but something rejuvenated Joey Gamache.
Chavez wins these 3 and gets the rematch with Oscar. He will be standing strong by the story of the cut interfering in the fight with Oscar De La Hoya, and that was the reason for the way it ended, having nothing to do with a possible decline of Chavez.
Big left hook, blood from the nose now. Gamache.
Gamache walking into it.
Oh, again walking into it.
His corner does not want him to stand in front of Chavez for good reason. And Chavez has found the way to finally slow down Gamache.
Oh, yeah, you see how high Joey Gamache carries his chin. This is a time where he really needs to tuck that chin down. Both fighters pulling on the back of their opponents' heads.
It appears as if now, Sean, that Chavez has kind of cleared his mind of all that is going on to him outside of the ring.
Oh, yeah, this is a fighter in Chavez who knows how to focus his thoughts on one thing, and that's the business at hand. Right now, he's got Gamache right where he wants him. Gamache still game, though. Tough kid. He said, I know they brought me in this fight to lose. He says, Chavez says he wants a tough fight, and he's going to get it, but I think they are overlooking me, says Joey Gamache.
They're trying to put more pressure because Gamache cannot handle pressure, so they want Chavez to just keep on going forward.
He's known for his power in his left hand, but Chavez can crack with the right hand, too. He did just there. Once again, chin too high.
And now the biggest weapons for Joey Gamache going into this fight are essentially being taken away. His quickness and his speed have met with the power of Chavez.
Yeah, they had a busy corner over there, and they're trying to wipe up some of the debris that's left over. And that's in Joey Gamache's corner.
Sean, you gave Gamache, who said he wanted to get off to the quick start, you gave him points in those first couple of rounds. You called the first round a draw. Second round you gave to Gamache. And the last 4 to the steamrolling Julio Cesar Chavez.
Yeah, it's been a different story from those first 2 rounds. Gamache, of course, wanted a fast start, but you can't just stop after that fast start, can you, Oscar?
Right. I mean, Julio Cesar Chavez, of course, he's known to start off slow. He's known to pick it up in the later rounds. And right now, Chavez is just putting on the pressure. He's doing an excellent job against Joey Gamache.
You know, I keep seeing him look over here, down here at you here at the broadcast table, What are you thinking when you see him fight?
Well, when I see him fight, I try to study him. I try to look at his feet, the way he's out of balance, the way he's throwing his punches with sometimes no power at all because he's out of balance. I feel that those right there are keys to being very successful against Chavez in the rematch.
How about Gamache? What does he have to do? Does he have a chance here?
Gamache still has a chance. He has to keep on using speed, keep on throwing that left jab, that fast left jab. Not only 2 jabs, but 3 at a time, 4 at a time. It keeps Chavez out of balance.
How far do you think Chavez is off his prime?
I feel Chavez is probably at maybe 85%. I feel Chavez still has a power. He will always have the knowledge and the experience up in the ring to be a great champion and to always be victorious. I feel that Chavez just maybe lost speed a bit, but he's probably at 85%.
And now he's also facing a guy who has tremendous heart in Joey Gamache. You remember the fight in which he lost his title to Tony Lopez? Gamache in that fight, severely swollen left eye from the second round on. He took 14 consecutive hard rights before finally going down, which was the first time he went down in his career. So he knows how to take a punch, and he's proving that again tonight.
Yeah, he said that loss to Tony Lopez made him a much better fighter. Now, more confident, more complete, knows that he can take punches and come back with his own. Oh, he takes some heavy left hooks there. A lot of red.
Decided to trade. Might not be the best position for Gamache, but at this point, he saw a little bit of an opportunity there. And that shot, they trade rocking shots to the head. Chavez turning it on.
How do you feel? Tell me, are you ready to go on? No, come on, come on. I ain't getting deep in here. All right, good. No, I don't want to take no more punishment. I told you. No blow, no blow, no blow.
Doctor checks in the corner of Joey Gamache.
Tough kid.
Get the mouthpiece.
Blood from the nose, both his eyes, showing some discoloration, mouth open, and there's what he has to stare across the ring at.
The eyes of Tiger, the crowd.
And this crowd.
Yeah, responds to that when they see that shot up on the scoreboard.
Jimmy Glenn.
Are you okay, Joe?
There's a look at some of the head work from Joey Gamache. A blatant foul. That was a warning from the referee.
Chavez used every second in that corner sitting on the stool.
Experience.
Ratchet talked about how he feels he has matured now, that when he was younger, he wasted a lot of movement, always on the move. And right now with Chavez, seems as if he has resorted to the movement, which he might have to do to stay away from some of these shots.
In fact, that's what they're begging for in his corner. Jimmy Glenn, Tony Lampron, Jimmy Williams asking for more movement from Gamache, but I think Gamache needs to use the movement, Oscar, with punches.
I feel what he has to do is just keep on moving side to side, give Chavez angles, and at the same time throw punches, throw the speed, and take Chavez out of balance. Because right now Chavez, of course, he's putting the pressure, he's winning this fight, and he's just overwhelming Gamache.
Oh, yeah, dictating the pace, no doubt. Something that Gamache did not want Chavez to do.
These two fighters are half-pound apart, but they look like they're in different weight classes.
Yeah, you see the strength in the back and the upper body of Julio Cesar Chavez. And the weight for Joey Gamache, and he knows it, is in his trunk and in his legs. Whoa! Another big left hook. You can't say Joey Gamache has no heart, because he certainly has taken the best shots from Julio Cesar Chavez. He was questioning his own ability to take a shot after the Nazarov fight,
in which Gamache went down 2 times. But for Chavez, looking to restore faith in his legend, as he selected the perfect opponent in Gamache.
Absolutely. No power, and a fighter who will stand in there and trade with you. This is something Joey Gamache said he was not going to do. He's not going to stand and slug.
Well, it's desperation now for Gamache. And it is Gamache who continues to throw the punches. Chavez perhaps can't believe he's still standing. They're trading. Gamache still willing to trade.
I think right now Gamache is just cannot take his punches. Chavez is too strong, and the referee feels that he has to stop the fight. But of course, Gamache has a big heart. He wants to stay in this fight, and the referee, you see, he wants to stop it, but Gamache keeps on throwing punches.
And the crowd whipped into a frenzy. And his fans feel the legend has returned. Marty Dinkin with a finish. And what a climax to this fight. Chavez swinging away. And the amazing courage of Joey Gamache, hurt, beaten, bloodied, and staying right in the face of the great Julio Cesar Chavez. And the crowd here happy for the victory of Chavez, but perhaps may have wanted to see more action like that. No complaints from Gamache.
No.
He threw it all there at the end.
Game kid, but overwhelmed by the power of Julio Cesar Chavez. There is Joey Gamache.
And this is more reminders for Gamache of the Tony Lopez fight.
Sure.
And he now has to take a good look at where he will go in his career. Former 2-time world champion Julio Cesar Chavez, 1 down, 2 to go for him to get to his goal of Oscar De La Hoya for the rematch. And Chavez came into this fight saying he had a lot to prove, trying to prove that he is still in the elite level, trying to regain a championship, trying to erase the memory of the vision of a proud champion being the bloodied loser, and stopped in the 4th round, which led him to depression, along with the outside interferences, being left by his wife, and also delinquent in Texas. He has given the whole purse of $1.5 million to the Mexican government to try to clear that problem away. So for Julio Cesar Chavez, maybe the clean slate financially in this fight, and the new slate. He said he wants a new beginning tonight, and the fans think he has it. 2 more fights ahead, and then his goal to Oscar De La Hoya, the rematch, and what he hopes then is the final fight of his career.
Well, Joey Gamache was game, but not enough power from him. He wanted to put some pressure on in this final round, but in doing that, he ran into many of the hard shots. Julio Cesar Chavez, Gamache stayed on the inside. This is something that Joey said he was not going to do, to stand and slug, but he had painted himself into a corner because I had only given him 1 round, that being the 2nd. Oh, and there he takes a big right hand from Chavez. Chavez really pouring it on now. Has Gamache flailing away. Joey coming in toward the end of the round. Marty Dinkin, the referee, staying close. But we see the shots of Gamache missing, the punches of Julio Cesar Chavez hitting right on the mark, just on the tip of the chin. Gamache cut in that 8th round, nose bleeding, game, heart.
98 wins, 2 defeats and a draw in the 83rd knockout of the Hall of Fame career. Let's get the official time. Here's Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Marty Dinkin has to call a halt to the bout. The end comes officially at the end of round number 8. The winner by knockout victory, con Culiacan, Mexico, Julio Cesar Chavez.
Mira, aquí está bien, aquí no. Dale el toro para arriba. Yo quiero una pelea limpia. Escúchame, cuídate. Listos, vámonos.
Tony Weeks giving the instructions in Spanish, but we pretty much know what he said.
Right.
Protect yourself at all times.
Well, very proud of Tony for learning Spanish to deliver those instructions in Spanish, and it's great when a referee can speak to the fighters in their native language.
Round 1 scheduled for 12 for the IBF WBA Featherweight Championship of the World. The challengers in the blue trunks, the champion Juan Manuel Marquez in the black trunks with the red trim. Now, Rich, how does the champ usually come out in these fights? He was a little tentative that last fight, obviously.
Yeah, well, he was almost blown away in that first round by Manny Pacquiao, of course, but usually he uses this first round as a kind of a study hall. He has a fine jab. He holds his hand up very high, almost to the top of his head, left hand out in front of him, and he'll often hold it very far out in front of him. That's kind of a trait of the Nacho Beristain gem, and so he usually... Actually, he's starting a little quicker here than he normally does. He's right down to business. Maybe that's because of the Pacquiao experience, Alan.
I would think so. That'll get your attention when you're dropped 3 times and you're as great a fighter as he is. Trying the combination there, starting with the jab. I would think the more nervous fighter has to be Orlando. All the pressure he's put on himself about this being the fight of his life, and it absolutely is. And if he's not ready now, he'd have to go back to the back of the line and start all over that long climb he had to get this chance.
You know, when a guy's got 8 losses in his career, you've got to walk in and feel fortunate to get a world championship fight, especially on a stage this big. And but he's certainly deserving. I mean, there's nobody in that weight division that deserves an opportunity to fight for the title any more than Salido does.
He is the mandatory challenger. Oh, that left hand just about did big damage from Marquez. You got to watch him on the counter punching, folks. That's his specialty. If you leave him a little opening, he's going to pop you.
Well, Salido hasn't lost a fight in 3 years, Lester, so your point is well taken there. And he's beaten good fighters. So he deserves a title opportunity.
And he's not going to be intimidated either. You can see he's very calm in there, and he looks confident, and he's not going to get too big of a hurry. He's not out of his element here with Marquez. He's been in there with so many good fighters that this is another day at work for him.
Some fighters, when they start out early in their career, they face those names that perhaps are mismanaged early. It dooms them. It ruins them as fighters.
Yes.
But in Salido's case, he used it to his advantage to learn.
And he's using his trunks to his advantage. He's got more logos on there than a NASCAR driver. So he's making some extra cash tonight.
I bet it wasn't much cash, though.
No, probably not. I don't know how much cash Rigo's taco stand has.
That's what I'm thinking. It might have been a trade.
But this is serious business. But we always have fun.
Dozen tacos a week.
Yeah, we're having fun. There's a counter punching from Marquez.
It was a nice body shot by Salido, too. Right,
he went downstairs.
Right before he got countered.
Yeah.
That's a problem with Marquez. Every time you hit him with something good, he hits you back. He's such a great counter puncher.
Tiempo.
That was a pretty slow round for these guys. The crowd's booing them, but they'll heat it up. Trust me, it won't be like this the whole time. Let's give them at least one round to get going.
Buen trabajo, Orlando. Sabe que se puede ir a la lona en cualquier rato.
They're telling me he's doing a good job.
Okay.
Ahí va el agua. Oh, yeah. All right.
Ahí va a echar el agua.
Izquierda, derecha, upper izquierda.
No te puedes derecho.
¿Estás bien?
Telling Juan to use his left.
Tranquilo.
Seconds out.
Very calm over there in the corner. These guys have been together from the beginning. Nacho Beristain and Juan Manuel Marquez.
Nacho's quite an inspirational character. He has this demeanor about him because he is one of the great gurus of boxing. Reminds you of Eddie Futch and those type trainers that they see it in a different light and they have such a talent for it. And he keeps his fighters ready to go. We're round 2 scheduled for 12.
And one of the things that I enjoyed was when Marquez fought Manny Pacquiao, Alan, was the fact that here was Marquez with Nacho Beristain, Pacquiao with Freddie Roach. I mean, it was a beautiful trainer-fighter matchup.
There's a left hand from Marquez to initiate the action. Orlando's very cautious.
You know, one thing Nacho has done with his fighters and kind of broken a mold with Mexican fighters is that he teaches all of his fighters to use that jab. And you can see that Marquez uses it very well. And he uses it to set up his right hand. He comes back with that hook. It's something that for years fighters from Mexico just didn't use. Now all of a sudden you see even Marco Antonio Barrera use it to beat Nassim Hamed. So, you know, Nacho's probably one of the biggest teachers of the jab in Mexico.
Orlando trying to go to the jab. So look at that counter punch. I mean, it's so quick right back at you. And you can see Orlando's well aware of it at this point.
Boy, how many times did Manny Pacquiao walk in and just tattoo Marquez and then pay a huge price for it? It happened over and over again in that fight.
Almost every round since the first.
I felt really bad for Robbie Peden when he fought Marquez. He was actually, after the 8th round, vomiting in his corner. It's the first time I'd ever really seen that in a fight, but Peden went back to his corner and just started throwing up from the tremendous body beating he took from Marquez in that fight.
1 minute left, round 2 scheduled for 12. The champions in the black trunks with the red trim.
Marquez really hasn't started with the body yet in this fight, but I bet if he doesn't go there sometime soon, Nacho Beristain, there he goes. There he goes. Nacho will remind him of it in the corner.
Big punches. Orlando landed a little jab inside there. I think Salido's tasted a little bit of the champion's power right now. He's a little bit tentative, but he's going to try to throw to the body if he can.
One of Salido's problems is when he does throw and he does land, he just stands there in the middle.
Yeah.
He allows Marquez to counter him. He's going to have to hit him and get to the side, or he's going to have to close the gap and just tie him up. It might be to his benefit as Marquez being a counterpuncher, just to hit him with a combination and try to tie him up. But the problem is he'll rip you to the body if you try to tie him up.
Crowd getting restless here. Good right hand from the champ.
Oh, no.
That's a slip.
Might have been a slip, but I think there was a nice little hook landed there somewhere.
That's right. I agree with you.
We'll take a look at it probably.
No knockdown.
¿Te revelaste?
Sí.
Vamos bien, mete aire.
Que no te presione la gente.
Tú tranquilo, el trabajo lo estás haciendo bien. No estás cayendo en su juego.
You're doing fine, you're doing the right things.
Es una pelea de 12 rounds, acuérdate. Sí. Está perfecto. Después de 3, 4, hacemos otras cosas diferentes.
Trabaja a la izquierda, a la izquierda y para a tu derecha para que pares golpes. Estás trabajando bien, no te desesperes. El público al rato se le va a su trabajo.
Sí. El público no.
Let's take a look. Salido moving forward, lands the
Seconds
right.
out.
Marquez right back with the jab. He will even counter with a jab, and then Marquez gets aggressive on his own. Marquez is also comfortable in leading, and he's spent much of this fight leading.
Round 3 for the IBF WBA featherweight title, held by Juan Manuel Marquez, who has not lost in his last 14 fights. And I think for Orlando to have a chance to beat him, he's got to let himself go a little bit, and that's always difficult against Marquez because he makes you pay such a high price. as Lester was talking about.
I think Salido's getting a little more tentative as the fight goes. Every time he gets hit with those shots, it makes him a little more hesitant to step in than he was earlier.
Well, he's going to have to close the gap. Well, Marquez will do it for him. Like right there.
Believe me, the fans were booing the action in round 2. This fight, compared to the fight when Derek Gainer fought Marquez, this fight is like Zale Graciano compared to that one.
Well, Derek Gainer is certainly not known for war rings.
Oh man, I don't know what
ring wars. Excuse me.
He certainly didn't show up to fight Marquez that night.
Well, I think there's a lot of people are happy Marquez put Gainer in his place. He's just not a very exciting fighter to watch.
That was very boring, to say the least. Oh, I think I fell asleep. Orlando very cautious. Oh, trying to fight on the inside there. That's what he's going to have to do, but not much damage to the champ.
Well, Salido held his own in there in exchange, though.
He sure did.
He's got some nice hand speed to fight with.
I think he's a little tight. There you go. Good inside work from Salido. Marquez steps back out of it.
Now he's trying to jab with Marquez. Got a good jab, Salido does. Nice and long, quick. There you see it. Sets up his right.
Slipped the right in there that time. Oh, that's a powerful punch.
Yeah, Marquez is loading up with those right-hand leads.
Oh boy, he did. He really loaded up that. He just wound up and let it go.
Now 40 seconds left in round 3. A lot of gloves slamming together there.
Fight has been fought almost entirely at long range.
Very unusual for two guys from Mexico to fight each other from the outside.
Oh, good body punch.
You usually see them step in there, lay their head on the other one's shoulder or something, and just start digging the body, or at some point they start fighting in close quarters.
La derecha, no tienes que tirar izquierda, derecha, los rounds vas ganando. Pero muy bien, estás haciendo tu trabajo bien. Ahora sí puedes empezar a hacer el trabajo, pero con pasos laterales, así como te saliste ahorita. Muy bien, te saliste, si lo dejaste descuadrado. Ese es el trabajo que hay que hacer, que él tenga que moverse para buscarte, que no te esté esperando por enfrente. Ahí te va el agua. Él apuesta a eso porque aguanta y es fuerte. Por habilidad, tira sus combinaciones y no se agacha y trata de levantar los dedos con la panza. Porque se agacha y levanta. Sus manos siempre aquí. Siempre aquí. Vivo. Tu cabecita abajo, no te eches para atrás.
Champ rises first out of his corners. We head to round 4. Not quite the fireworks I expected with two Mexican fighters going at it, but apparently Salido's corner wants him to keep moving and stay away.
Well, these two guys can both brawl, but they're both technicians, and they're electing at this point to keep it a technical fight.
And the problem is when either one of them starts to brawl, the other one's a pretty good fighter in front of them, and so it's a little dangerous to be brawling this early in the fight. Salido's going to have to do something to get back into the fight, though, because I think I'm like you, Rich. We both got him down 3 rounds to 0.
Actually, I gave the last round to Salido.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought he did enough to win the round. I thought it was pretty close. At least I thought it was his best round.
You got a little closer than me then.
29-28 on my card.
Yeah, he's been competitive every round, but he just getting out hustled in the first couple of rounds.
Marquez's right hand is going to be the weapon, looks like, because he keeps landing pretty hard shots with it. Working off the jab and the counter, pushing Salido back. Well, we could say that Salido's certainly showing a lot of respect for the champion at this point, but he's going to have to do a little bit more. He probably won that last round, his best round. The crowd let him know about it. Oh, good body punch When they get in there, it gets nasty, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know what? Salido's very calm in the exchanges. He doesn't rush in. He just stands there and counters when he gets the opportunity. He's really a very good fighter as a challenger. He's not overmatched at all here. He's willing to get in there and exchange.
Rare to see Marquez so wild with a miss like that.
Yeah, it's way over the top.
Yeah, Marquez is punched at numbers, and this connect percentage against Pacquiao was unbelievable. He just doesn't miss much.
Fighters working in the center of the ring. Round 4 scheduled for 12. Salido missing wildly with his right hand and being countered by Marquez. Good combination to the head there without any response from Orlando Salido. Salido's in the blue trunks in case you're just joining us, challenging Juan Manuel Marquez. This fight has been almost totally fought from the outside. That may be what Salido's game plan was going in anyway, because that's currently what his corner's been emphasizing. Final seconds, round 4. Boy, you tell me who won this one.
Well, that last little right hand may have given the round to Marquez in the judge's eyes. You never know. Pretty close round.
Que se cumple ahorita lo que dijo, me voy a mover, abusado con la reacción. Y tira, en vez de derechas, cámbiaselas a open.
Hay que salir con las manos arriba. Acuérdate de salirte para un lado para que contragolpees. Para cuando se quede el descuadrado, empiezas a golpear. No bajes mucho el golpeo abajo, vete arriba, arriba. Está bajando sus manos, él se está desesperando y por ahí está tu golpe. Sobradito el golpe, sobradito.
Don't drop your hands.
Este round lo ganaste ya bien.
Hay que gancho, empiezas over, derecho, gancho, izquierdo y derecha. Y ya, y muy vivo. Tú eres un peleador inteligente que puedes resolver cualquier problema que venga de allá.
Nacho Beristain telling Marquez to throw the right uppercut and follow with the left hook.
I'm not sure I've seen either fighter throw an uppercut in this fight.
Nope, they've all been outside.
Well, it's hard to fight when you're at long range. I mean, to throw that punch at long range.
Right, neither guy's bending in there, leaving himself open for an uppercut.
Marquez might try to close that gap a little bit more this round. Last 2 rounds he has not been able to score really effectively. Orlando mounting a good defense.
Marquez may be a little uncomfortable, feeling like he's having to lead. I think he'd like for Salido to come at him a little bit more so he can counter.
Orlando not wanting to wade in, though. A little bit of a sparring session going on right now. Before he throws an uppercut, he's got into a position to have it there. There he tried his short one right there.
Marquez won the championship, his first championship, the IBF title. He defeated the longtime Mexican champion Manuel Medina, just completely devastated him here in Las Vegas in a fight. Then with the fight with Gaynor that we referred to, he added the WBA title to his list as well.
Champ working hard on that exchange. Well, he felt avoided. He wanted to fight along the line against Prince Hamed, and that went to Barrera, unfortunately for Hamed.
Well, I always felt that had Juan Manuel Marquez gotten the shot first against Hamed, that he would have done the same thing that Barrera did to him. I championed Marquez's cause long ago when Hamed was just, it was a shameful dodging of Marquez. It was 2 years as mandatory challenger and #1 ranked in the WBO, and he did everything but buy off the organization to keep from you know, to keep from having to defend against Marquez. And then he went on and finally fought Barrera, and he was blown out of there. It was a big embarrassment for Hamed, who quite obviously has not been that anxious about returning to action since.
Well, the style that Marquez fights is pretty much the style that Barrera used to beat Hamed. And you can understand why Hamed's camp avoided Marquez for so many years.
Good body shot from the champ. Final seconds. I don't know, guys. Orlando's going to have to do a little bit more than he's doing, if he can. That's the question. Can he do it? He's not too rattled, though.
I'm not sure he can do it, though. I think this is as good as Salido's going to get.
Yep.
He's going to barely lose each round. As it goes on, it appears to be the case.
¿Qué es lo que se va a hacer? No lo esté siguiendo, no lo esté siguiendo.
It's so hard to get an advantage on Marquez.
He's just so powerful when he counters you, you know, he takes the steam out of it.
No lo cierres. No vayas al choque con él, ya está buscando meterte a las cuerdas. Levanta la cabeza.
A las cuerdas nada.
Cierra el ojo.
He's trying to go inside on you. Be careful with your head. Don't clash heads.
Seconds out.
Cierra los ojos. Vivo. No choque contigo.
Rich Murata with the excellent interpretation of the Spanglish language in the corner.
Well, thank you.
Round 6. If it the point is, you're making Lester. That's maybe all we're going to get out of him tonight, but he's not winning rounds. Orlando Salido.
He's going to have to take some chances here sometime soon. He's going to have to step it up and take a chance.
Funny thing is, Lester, he's always been in there against good competition. He's always in exciting fights, but I almost feel like he's a little intimidated by Marquez's reputation coming in here. He's a little reticent about letting go with his best stuff.
Well, he's been tentative all night, and I think that's probably a result that Marquez is just a step above what he's been fighting. Although he's been fighting good fighters, Marquez is just a notch above him, and it's making it difficult for him.
Oh, good body
You can
shot.
watch all the tape you want on a guy like Marquez and think you walk in with a plan to beat him, but to execute that plan is very, very tough.
Especially after the first time you get hit with a real hard shot.
Exactly.
And you realize what he's got. You don't know what he's got till he hits you. And he's got a lot in this division.
He's not a one-dimensional fighter. He uses both hands very well. Like Rich said, he can counter, he can lead if he needs to. There's just many.
Well, one interesting facet of that, Lester, is one of the very few criticisms I ever hear about Marquez is that Nacho Beristain has turned him into too much of a technical fighter. In many of his first few years in the ring, when he was fighting for foreign boxing, he was an exciting. He wasn't a brawler, but I mean, he was in exciting blowout fights where guys were really letting their hands go.
Well, this is probably a more effective style for him. Certainly one that when you fight at the championship level, the object is to win and hold that title. And
oh, that was a big uppercut that just missed for the champion.
The better the fighter you're fighting, the better your technique needs to be.
Salido is trying to pick up the pace. You see he's backing Marquez up here now, and he just landed a hard right.
Well, ran a hard right on Marquez. As Nacho was saying in the corner, watch out for the clash of heads, because when Orlando leans in, there's another right hand for Orlando Salido. Marquez comes immediately right back over the top.
This is the risk I was talking about earlier in the round that Salido needed to start taking. He's got to be careful because he's going to walk into something big if he's not careful.
Well, he has awakened as far as the necessity to throw punches, and he's rattled Marquez a couple times with good, sharp right hands.
Now, the good news, he's here to win.
They could gain some confidence from those shots he got in. Like I said, they've got to be careful not to clash heads, because when Orlando goes in like right there, heads come awfully close. Good solid punching from the champ. Nice jab. Final seconds.
Best round for Salido of the fight.
I think well, there's a good counter from Marquez is quick. There's no two ways about it.
Vaselina, primero vaselina. La vaselina. Ok, muy bien. Tranquila la respiración. porque no es un peleador fuerte y además vivo. Muchas gracias. Siempre es.
La panza, cuando se fue la panza.
He's a strong fighter, Ron. He's a live fighter.
Cierra los ojos.
You can't miss. You can't miss this guy. Well, he certainly landed a couple of big rights in that last round.
Sure did. And maybe he'll grow some confidence from that.
I think by far the best round for Salido the last round.
Round 7 is scheduled for 12. Champions in the black trunks, Juan Manuel Marquez, who had quite a test back in this very arena back in May of this year when he was dropped 3 times in the first round by Manny Pacquiao and saved his belt.
By the way,
good
here tonight,
counterpunch.
Pacquiao is here tonight watching this. And that third knockdown, too, in that first round, Alan, I did not think that Marquez was getting up.
Oh, it was a stunner to everybody here.
The referee could have very well stopped the fight right there.
How he survived, we'll never know, but survive he did.
I wonder what Pacquiao's thinking. You think he's wanting to fight Marquez again? You think he's wanting to fight the winner of Eric Morales and Barrera?
I think that's where he's going.
That's where the money's at.
Yeah.
I don't think it's in the rematch with Marquez. That was a very difficult fight for Pacquiao.
Pacquiao certainly gives them what they want, that's for sure. He didn't come to box and counterpunch.
I tell you, money means a whole lot more than revenge in this business.
That's for sure. Salido has not followed up on his round 6, and there's some great punches from Marquez showing his speed and his accuracy.
I'll tell you, amazingly, Salido just stays in there and fights back.
Yeah, he stayed right in front of him.
He's actually a little bit better defensive fighter than you might think. I mean, he's getting hit with a lot of shots, but he's also slipping some of those up close, too.
Almost had a clash of heads there.
You know, neither fighter has established any kind of a body attack.
That's correct.
This fight.
Absolutely, and it's so surprising because they both are good body punchers.
And every time I mention somebody's not throwing a body punch,
but they throw it.
They throw one. I've mentioned it twice, and there's been about 2 body shots landed in the whole fight.
You've heard of Murphy's Law. That's Lester's Law.
Lester's Law.
Right.
Coming up on about the last half bit of this round, and by this point, they pretty much know each other. I think Orlando's more confident in the last 2 rounds. He just can't do anything about it.
He's outmatched skill-wise a little bit.
Yeah, speed-wise and power-wise, but he's a good fighter. Good body punch there from Marquez. That's some good body shots from Orlando coming off his jab. Now, if it worked like that in the next round, he could pick it up a little bit. You see him triple up his jab there, fellas?
That could be very effective if he brings something behind it.
Bring something behind it.
He's got to bring something big behind that jab. Like a nice right hand.
Pero casi todas se agacha tantito y te la hace fallar. Entonces empieza tu discusión. Agua. Como estás haciendo un poquito más apretado. Un poquito más de presión. ¿Te sientes bien? ¿No lo sientes fuerte, no? Sí. No mucho. Sí, y hágalo. Que quiera tú la pelea la vas ganando, pero no debes dejar que se te salga de la bragueta en un momento determinado. Vivo, no te lleve a las cuerdas.
Hard to believe, though, that they're booing tonight when he's been. The last fight was fight of the year in a bloody, savage brawl.
Yeah.
And I think this has been a very good fight. I don't think that it's been the type of fight that the crowd should be booing.
Very good technical fight.
Right. I mean, you haven't seen those big, hard exchanges where both fighters are rocked and hurt. But, you know, it's certainly not the type of fight that either guy's running or not throwing punches.
He's still trying to find a way. Orlando's still trying to figure it out. Oh, there goes the attack from Juan Manuel Marquez. He can really hop on you fast, like a cobra.
You know, it was interesting that Nacho Beristain even brought it up, not to pay attention to the crowd, because really the crowd, although they booed periodically, it's not like it's been overwhelming. But Nacho wants him to stay within himself and just fight his fight, not try to get too brave.
He said he's
because the crowd wants him to fight.
He said he's winning. How do you guys have it through 7?
Well, I have Marquez up 68-65. That would be 5 rounds to 2 so far over Salido.
Right, and I have a 69-64. Rich has Salido winning 2 rounds. I have him winning 1 round.
Oh, good combination inside, snapping Orlando's head back.
But you know, even though the scores are wide, the margin is wide here. Every round is, you know, Marquez has barely been winning the rounds. It's not like he's winning by wide margins each round. Salido's just fighting good enough every round to lose.
You notice Marquez, when he lands the combinations the way that he did and one about 30 seconds ago, straight punches, crisp,
sharp.
Every once in a while he winds up that bolo over the top, that right hand. It's not textbook, but every once in a while you'll see some guy get knocked out with that overhand right that leaps over the top.
Orlando trying to dig in there a little bit, but it's tough. It's tough territory right there. Marquez hits him with the right hand.
You know, for many years of Marquez's pro career, almost up to the time of his first title shot with Freddie Norwood, he continued working full-time in Mexico. He was an accountant for the government in Mexico, and he continued to work all that time, which is probably, you know, a good idea for most boxers, where nothing comes certain.
You know what? I think it makes them better fighters too. It makes them hungrier. You know, and if they get to the point to where they don't have to work anymore, and they're doing well enough as a fighter to make a living, I just think that they're hungrier. And instead of somebody paying them a salary, they don't have to work as hard and they don't have to go out and get a job. You know, that makes you fight a little bit harder, I think.
If you missed it early tonight when we came to the arena, we found out that Oscar De La Hoya has a cut on his hand. Let's go to Larry Merchant, who's talking to the doctor.
Jim, I'm with Dr. Biff McCann, who is the surgeon with the team of Oscar De La Hoya. Would you explain to us first what happened to his hand and what you had to do to it?
Well, they were cutting the tape off his hand, and the scissors caught him just like that. Created a V-shaped cut right here. They called me, I believe it was Wednesday night, and I just took him up to my office and closed his wound.
How many stitches?
11.
Would this affect him in this fight?
It shouldn't. It's in the place it is in his palm. It's not going to cause him any discomfort.
He had to take a painkiller that is illegal. Is that out of his system?
It should be.
Has he taken any painkillers to your knowledge since that time?
Not to my knowledge.
There was a dispute just moments ago about the hand wrap around his hand. Would you describe it?
Well, to my understanding, there was some swelling related to the injection that I performed whenever I sewed his laceration, and they were concerned about taping all the way over that. I don't think it's a major problem, honestly.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Jim?
All right, back to the action here.
Boy, the subplots just continue, and as if this fight needed any more.
I'll tell you, that guy didn't look like the doctor to me. Looked like he just walked up the blackjack table.
Well, it's Vegas. What can I say?
What kind of scrubs were those?
This is Vegas, baby.
Oh, man. Can't fool me. I know a doctor when I see one.
But it does add really a bit of intrigue here, and it is a situation that you've got to take into account here tonight.
Marquez digging to the body.
Could those stitches lead to bleeding in the hand? Could it cause him some pain when he's throwing punches?
Well, like we said earlier, there's a precedent for it that old Vic Valentino had his fight stopped in the 5th round. They said his blood just filled up the glove. Who knows? Maybe it could happen to Oscar De La Hoya tonight. Let's hope not.
And more importantly, how's it going to affect him mentally? I mean, he trained so hard to get to this point. Something freakish like that happens.
Flash of heads right there.
I've been waiting for it as Orlando tries to step up the action. it becomes more and more dangerous for these two in the clash of heads.
Rich, do you remember Marquez cutting earlier in his career or throughout his career?
Not really, no. But it certainly was a bloody mess against Pacquiao.
Oh, yeah. We're round 9 here, folks, scheduled for 12. I think the challenger, Salido in the blue trunks, is trying to step it up as best he can because he knows he's losing this fight. Easier said than done when you're up against a great champion like Marquez.
Marquez has been susceptible to knockdowns, but Gerald Pinckney knocked him down early in his career. Freddie Norwood knocked him down in their title fight.
Those are two pretty good punches, though. Pinckney had a bad record, but the one thing he could do was punch.
That's right.
And he would knock down anybody. I don't care who it was. I had a fighter one time, Louis Leja, Jesse James Leja's cousin, was 14-0, and Gerald Pinckney with about a 19-15 record knocked Louis Leja out with one punch. And so if he knocked down Marquez, I'm not surprised by that. But the key is Marquez always gets up.
Yep.
Been in no danger of going down in this fight. Hardly been hurt at all.
Again, it looks here as though Salido wants to step up the pace here again. In that one round, a couple of rounds back, it was round number 6 where he fought so well. He had that appearance to him when he came out, picking it up.
He's starting to attack the body a little bit too.
Yeah, that was a good job there by Orlando Salido. End of round 9. This one from the get-go had the looks of one that might go the distance, but we're going to go to the 10th for sure.
Okay, respira. Abajo. Respira. Ok. Trata de cuando tires tu derecha, cierra con la izquierda, devuélvete con la izquierda y empieza a trabajar los pasos laterales. Desconcéntralo, sácalo, descuádralo de la izquierda. Tú trabajas tus pasos laterales ya.
Finish up with the left.
Tres hay que ganarlos, sí. Quedan 3 nada más. Si no ganamos estos 3, ya no somos campeones. Hay que ganarlos.
Hay que cerrar fuerte.
Estos 3 hay que ganarlos a fuerza.
You'll be champion soon. Couple more rounds, you'll be champ.
Agua.
Gana estos 3 y vienes.
Is he sure about that?
Interesting. I'm a little confused here. They feel, apparently they feel he's winning in the corner.
I think that's some bad advice.
I think it is too.
I think I would be urging my fighter to get out there and get everything he has. He's going to have to knock this guy out to win in my book.
10th round.
It's like no urgency at all.
No urgency at all. And he needs some.
I can tell you if the shoe was on the other foot, Nacho Beristain would be down Marquez's throat right now.
No kidding. I think you hit it on the head, Lester. I mean, he was doing just enough not to win a round. One may have won a couple, but
he's going to have to hurt Marquez down the stretch here to get back in the fight, because he's not going to win it on points at this point.
Well, the Grand Garden Arena is just about full right now as people anticipate the big fight of the evening. And it will be electrifying in here, I can guarantee that.
It's going to be hard for this crowd to get excited about anything in this fight, simply because they're here for one reason. It's not Juan Manuel Marquez and Orlando Salido.
No.
We're here to see Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins.
Orlando looked pretty good on that exchange, he just didn't do any damage. I really don't see how his corner could give him that advice, though.
Salido needs to put 4 or 5 punches together. He's too many 1s and 2s, and he's not catching Marquez open, so he's going to have to load up on his combination.
Yeah, but he doesn't seem to feel, and his corner's not telling him to do that, Lester. So they're not feeling that there's that urgency. They're not feeling that he needs to load up. They're telling him in the corner in a couple more rounds, you're champ. Keep doing what you're doing.
Champion of what? That's what my question is. He's going to be the champion of almost won a couple of rounds in the fight.
I love that overhand right that Marquez throws. Oh, he just caught Salido inside.
But you know, Salido caught him back though.
Caught him back on the counter. Trying to dig to the body, and he had Marquez on the ropes.
Once Salido lands a good punch, he leaves it alone. He doesn't come back with anything else. And I really think that Salido would let his hands go if his corner would urge him. If they could express the urgency of needing to win some rounds and win them big, maybe he would let those hands go.
Round 10 just about done. This will be interesting. There's Bernard. I guess he's watching the fight, or maybe he's in kind of a trance right now, getting himself ready. The executioner getting ready to go to work.
I'll tell you, he came out for that weigh-in yesterday, and the fans were all booing him. And he just made his X of his executioner sign in front of him, just to egg him on a little. There's the right hand by Marquez. There's that lead right you love so much. Yeah. And in this case, we saw Salido countering and countering well.
Salido's had his moments in the fight, but the problem is he's just had too little. He needs a knockout right here.
Seconds out.
We go to round 11. From the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, Juan Manuel Marquez so far has successfully defended his title. Now Salido's picking it up a little bit, then he just backs off. I tell you what, he's going to have to do something big.
Marquez is content to just ride it out, it looks like. He's not going to take any risk here at this point.
Well, he's got superior skills. He knows that.
Right. There's no need to him going in and taking a risk of getting knocked out here, because one thing that Salido can do is punch a little bit. More important than winning over the fans tonight is winning the fight, period.
Maybe after the Pacquiao fight, they said to Marquez, you know, what's the old saying? Win tonight, look great next time.
Right.
It's pretty much the same pattern throughout.
I do think it's very possible, though, that the experience of the Pacquiao fight could have made Marquez himself a little more cautious fighter here tonight.
It looks like it may have.
You guys feel like Marquez could have done, he could do more if he wanted to, in other words, right?
Well, I've seen him do more, and I don't think he's anywhere past his prime, so I would say yes.
Well, he's got a great corner. Nacho knows what he's doing, to say the least.
I think Salido's just good enough that you have to be cautious with him.
Yeah.
You can't just go in there winging and leave yourself open and take a chance of getting knocked out, because he is a good enough puncher. If he catches you with a good shot, he can hurt you.
Amazing that Marquez's brother, Rafael, his whole reputation is not having that technique. He loses lots of rounds, falls behind fighters, and then has that big shot.
That's what he did with Mark Johnson. He did it with Tim Austin. Came back to win those fights.
Good exchange there, both sides. They both paid a price in there that time. That's about the best Salido's going to do, is earn a draw in one of those situations. Because he doesn't have the power that Marquez has.
A few more of those exchanges might have really turned on the crowd here tonight.
Yeah, but that been few and far between. So we will go to round 12 and see what they have to say for themselves.
Tiene que cerrar fuerte, 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 arrollar.
Último round.
Arrollar.
Arrollar. Bien cubierto.
Último
round. Golpes que te lastimen. Pero tú ya debes empezar a hacer todo lo que puedas tener de arriba hacia abajo los golpes. No los tienes por arriba, de arriba hacia abajo, para que lleguen a su objetivo y sobraditos.
Último round.
Okay.
Para allá, para cerrar.
Tao.
Cuídate de la derecha. En el centro, el ritmo que vais a de ahí, combinaciones.
Seconds out.
And final round.
Venga.
They will touch gloves and come out for the 12th round. Orlando Solito, according to our cards, is well behind in this fight. If not to Bear State. Oh, good right hand from the champion. He's telling his champion to go out and finish strong, and Marquez seems to be doing just that. The fastest pace of the fight so far here in the final round.
Maybe Solito has finally gotten it today. Look, I'm way behind here. If I don't knock this guy out, it's over.
It's hard to knock out this guy.
Rich, didn't you sense that even though Nacho was telling him to go out and finish strong, he didn't want him to finish too strong? Yeah, he didn't say go out and knock this guy out.
Yeah, it's like, let's close nicely.
Yeah, let's not get stupid. Nacho likes to finish them respectable, but he doesn't want to finish them stupid.
No, not on their back. Right hand gets to Solito. The challenger has about a minute and a half to shock the world here, and so far he's been unable to do it, but he bounced off those ropes there.
Solito's not going to win this fight tonight, but he acquitted himself well here, I think. I think it's about what everybody expected. Maybe they expected a little closer fight, but just the opportunity to fight for the title with the kind of record he has, I think he's acquitted himself very well.
Good exchange there. I think the champ got the better of it. 50 seconds left.
Rich, I don't think this affects Marquez's value any, do you?
Not really, other than perhaps if he put in another sensational fight, he might have upped himself into a different level insofar as money, future money earnings goes.
That was a good combination for the champ.
Unfortunately, the Pacquiao fight is still fresh in everybody's memory. I think that's what they're going to remember about Juan Manuel Marquez here in the near future.
Been a good round for the champ. Showing what skills he has, superior skills, obviously, to Orlando Solito. Final 10 seconds of this championship fight. Almost got caught. Marquez almost got caught.
Now they start fighting.
Now they start fighting. Tiempo. That was fun for the 10 seconds.
Which is better than 0 seconds.
Yeah, we got 10 seconds out of it.
Well, we should have seen more of that earlier in the fight. I would have liked to have seen these two guys really could have had a lot more crisp exchanges. They're carrying Solito around the ring like they feel they have the new champion.
Or maybe they're just glad he survived it.
Well, he fought like he wanted to survive it.
Been training in the La Brea gym in Los Angeles. Big gym, good gym, a lot of fighters there. The Klitschko's work there.
We'll be awaiting the decision. It shouldn't be close. But what do I know? Stranger things have happened. Solito got his shot tonight.
Well, I think he deserved a shot because he came up the hard way, fought a lot of good fighters. Round 2 action saw Marquez picking it up. Round 4, there you see combination punching from the champion after a pretty good third round by Leo. Round 6, Leo came out very strong. Had a good round in the 6th round and nailed Marquez with a couple of good rights. 8th round, Marquez putting his punches together once again. Then in the 10th, it was still Juan Manuel Marquez. You can see knocking him off balance as the fight wound down. It was sure that Leo needed to put it on. He tried to pick up the pace there a little bit. And the 12th and final round. Nice exchange and a good, exciting finish to the fight between the two.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards here at the MGM Grand. Dwayne Ford has it 118 to 110. Glenn Hamada 117 to 111. Raul Caiz 117 to 111 for the winner by unanimous decision. Still the WBA IBF featherweight champion of the world, Juan Manuel Marquez.
Well, just a night of hard work for the champ.
Protect yourselves at all times, obey my commands at all times. Let's do it.
Well, there you have it. We're ready to go.
Paul, good distracting.
Paul Rodriguez over here harassing the announcers. But we love him. He's doing a great job for us tonight. He said he would have come for free, but let's get back to the business. All right, round 1 scheduled for 12 for the IBF Featherweight Championship of the World. Mentekas Medina in the white trunks. Marquez in the black trunks with the white stripe. Marquez going right to work.
As you mentioned, Mentekas Medina doesn't have a crowd-pleasing style. Perhaps one of the reasons why the referees didn't award him the fight against Gianni Tapia that a lot of people saw Medina win. And Marquez has also been in some controversial fights, the one that he had against Norwood. Many people thought that Marquez won it.
Well, I think the crowd here, he brought a lot of friends from Tijuana, though, as well, when he made the introductions. And there's always that rivalry between Tijuana and Mexico City, or any fighter from Mexico City and the rest of the country. And we have that right here, and I'm sure in Mexico City tonight, they are watching intensely as Juan Manuel Marquez, who's won 10 fights in a row, is hoping, as he says, to get a piece of that featherweight pie that is now being hogged by Barrera and Morales. Nice combination downstairs by Marquez. And his only slip-up was just a very awkward, tough style, a lefty in Freddie Norwood. And then he just couldn't. Mohamed wouldn't fight him. And then they had one scheduled with Derek Gainer. That didn't come off. He withdrew from that. On the other hand, you got on the other side the legend Medina, who's fought Frankie Toledo, Derek Gainer, Hamed, Johnny Tapia. So he's been out there with that awkward style. Mentekas' style has worked for him pretty well. Scheduled for 12 rounds.
Yeah, Medina has got some good skills, movement. Very tough, durable, that's for sure.
Very tough, but just the one element, the punching power. Yeah. If he'd have had punching power, I believe he could have taken care of Tapia, and wouldn't have been any question about that fight. He'll throw a wild lunging right sometimes, and then he'll tap, 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 change energy, change directions, change energy, and you're going to get more of a straight-in style for Marquez. A tough warrior, both of them are. And just an interesting, intriguing matchup we've been waiting for ever since we heard about this. We're in round 1.
Going back to that power, Medina only winning about 35% of his fights by knockout. So that'll give you an idea. He's used to going the distance.
Well, he expects it every time he goes out there. It's hard to believe Medina's had 72 professional fights. Of course, as people know, we've mentioned before, in Mexico, they start early. There's no real amateur career. They'll fight as early as 14, 15 years old because they want to make the money.
This guy began at the age of 14. Right. Said he got tired of all those bullies picking on him, so he went right into the gym.
There's your basic round 1 feeling out session.
Dame el agua.
Give him some water.
Dame el agua.
Lo sabes perfectamente bien.
Okay, you know
Primero tienes
exactly
que tratar de
what you
anularlo
have to do.
para que lo hagas pedazos. Ya te estás desplazando.
Neutralize him, and
Pero estás
then
entrando muy
you can
tibio.
tear him apart.
Vamos a agarrar confianza en nuestro trabajo. Vamos a empezar a funcionar
Come
con,
on, you gotta gain some confidence and start working with the combinations,
with
the tactic that we applied in the gym.
Sálgase un lado
1,
del
2,
otro y
3,
vuelve
move
atrás.
around.
Finte la entrada y entre.
Feint,
Okay?
and then
No
go
se
in
quede la
there.
distancia de él.
All right? Don't play at his distance.
Protector. Okay.
Where's the mouth protector?
If you go strictly on CompuBox numbers, of course, that's always a tough round, round one to judge. Marquez landed more punches at 43%, 27 out of 63. Medina only 17 out of 53, 32% if you were going to give a slight edge according to CompuBox. But we'll see if they pick it up a little bit. Long way to go, stretching for 12.
We should also point out that there is a chess match being played in the corners. Of course, Juan Manuel Marquez has Nacho Beristain and...
Oh, there's combination, and down goes Medina. A 1, 2, 3, right to the head. We'll see if he can get a powerful combination that landed clean. 1, 2, 3. He's up. He's up on Robert Bird's count. Robert Bird is going to take a look. We'll see if Marquez can follow up. But a full round to go, as Mario points out. Oh, he just jumped all over him with a combination, all 3 punches. We'll see if Marquez can finish up. Uppercut that lands.
I don't know if this is the right thing.
Another uppercut that lands. A right hand.
Him.
Marquez over the top.
He can't be playing that game, Medina. He's got to hug, he's got to clinch, he's got to get his legs back.
That's exactly what he needs to do. An early knockdown in round 2. And he's taken 3 or 4 more uppercuts. There's a jab that's landing. We got a whole half a round to go here, Mario.
Medina connecting a couple straight punches, but his eye's already swollen, his right eye.
But he's still there. Did not take time to try to hold and hug and clutch and grab. And there's the combinations and the speed from Marquez. Now we know why nobody wants to fight him, for sure.
Been a top contender for the last 5 years. When he fought that eliminator against Robbie Peaton, when Peaton went to the corner in the 10th round, he vomited. That's how hard he was hitting to the body.
That's never good. Never a good sign when you have to vomit in the corner. Medina trying to come back. Of course, there's always the danger that Marquez throws too many punches trying to finish the job and gets caught himself. But we shall see. What an exciting knockdown that was. And these 2 guys are given, you know, we promised a night of fury, didn't we? Well, I think we've delivered.
Absolutely. Salida was fantastic. Carlos Hernandez winning the title.
And then we saw the truth. Miguel Cotto, 10 seconds, round 1. Medina, will he survive? Round 2, excuse me, will he survive it?
Absolutely.
Here he goes. He's still, what a warrior. There's Medina at the end. A little punch at the end. What a second round that was.
Well, let's see what the corners have to say. Romulo Quirarte in Manteca's corner. Nacho Beristain with Marquez.
¿Por qué te paras para que te peguen la distancia que no te debes de quedar?
Why do you stop and
¿Ya
let
le
him
vas a
hit
sacar
you?
ahora sí? Sí. ¿Ya te dis cuenta lo que tienes que hacer?
Let's see that punch one more time. Oh,
beautiful combination.
1, 2, 3. Straight up.
Hey,
1, 2, 3.
See, I was just going to mention that lunging right. Remember I mentioned at the top when Medina throws that lunging right, he seems out of control, and that just left him wide open. Here we go. Here's that right. That's not good.
And that's the way you block a punch, too. Marquez blocks the punch, comes right back up.
But you know what?
What about the condition on
Medina?
Manteca's Medina.
Oh my God, Manteca's is still with us.
God, he had to fight 2.5 rounds. I mean, 2.5 minutes after getting knocked down.
Round 3 scheduled for 12. Manteca's Medina is in the white trunks with the red stripe down the side. Marquez in the black trunks with the white trim. Now Medina seems to want to force the issue. But you did have the impression coming into this fight, it's pretty well documented, that Marquez has the power advantage. But I will be curious to see if Medina would dare throw that little awkward lunging right again and pay the price. He didn't quite commit to it there, but he often does commit to that right hand. I've seen it on tape numerous occasions. Oh! Marquez throwing punches along the ropes as he slips punches and steps back. Medina keeps pressing forward.
Marquez, a very patient individual, not only in every fight, he showed a lot of composure in that round where he got the knockout, but also waiting for the right fight.
Waiting for the right showcase. He could be one of these great warriors who walk away tonight with the IBF belt and set the stage for good things down the road.
You know, Derek Gainer, who's the WBA champion, avoided him. He skipped him, so to speak, so now he may not have that choice if he wants to unify the featherweight title.
And I think Marquez would be highly motivated should he win here tonight to get that fight. And of course, there's two great names from Mexico that is the standard right now, Morales and Barrera.
Not holding the title. He doesn't care about titles anymore.
And I think it's such a wonderful thing that the fighters in this weight class are starting to get more recognition for the great shows they put on night in and night out. Medina's trying to press the issue. The Latin audience is growing huge. These are their champions, their heroes, and it's nice for them to make good paydays.
Turning into one of the glamour divisions in boxing.
Featherweight division, Barrera, Morales, and whoever wins this one.
Naseem Hamed, of course. Trying to make a comeback. Derek Gainer, Johnny Tapia, Injin Chi.
The right eye is swollen, and we're only in the third round of Texas Medina. I see a little bit of swelling on Marquez as well, but I see also a sense of calm in the face of Marquez. And you see a big, of course, Medina's face pretty much looks like that all the time.
He came out. You got to mix your punches a little bit. A little bit of water.
Ya te empezó a meter él te está tirando arriba al cuerpo,
Okay, so he's throwing up top, go to the body.
Tenemos que estar muy vivos en esos aspectos. Hay que ganar todo. Todo está estudiado. Nada más que lo lleves adelante, ¿me entendiste? Nada más que lo lleves adelante.
Execute the plan.
Mucha confianza. Vámonos a empezar a ganar rounds.
Be confident. You got to start winning some rounds.
That's always valuable information. Execute the plan.
And win rounds.
I'll go along with that. Win rounds. I'll go along with all my expertise. Round 4 scheduled for 12 from Mandalay Bay. Top Rank has been thrilled to bring you this tremendous fight card tonight. And this one, I predict this will get even better as it goes along. And we got a long way to go. Medina has certainly recovered from that second round knockout. But he's in a little bit of urgency because he's taken some punishment on that right eye. I don't anticipate he would quit under any circumstances. Juan Manuel Marquez has thrown crisper, more effective punches, but you know what? Every time I see Medina fight, the other guy looks like he's throwing crisper, more effective punches.
And Medina showing initiative now. He's the aggressor, making Marquez back up.
Good footwork from Medina. Marquez has been, as Mario pointed out, going backwards to a degree. Yes, to the chin of Marquez. Medina coming back, and over the top goes Marquez.
combinations, trying to gain some confidence, regain that confidence you had coming into the fight. He's trying to do that.
He's going more straight in with that right hand, and it's been effective.
Nice jab.
Nice jabbing. Look at it. He's a fighter. At the right hand catches him. Another right hand catches Medina as Marquez says enough of that with the jabbing. I'm coming right at you. Good uppercut from Marquez, but Medina keeps throwing. Good action in this fight. Tremendous action. Good hard body shot.
In the corner screaming, distance, Manuel. Which has got more range, so it's to his benefit. Keep Marquez at bay.
You got to admire the way Medina keeps coming and he's getting hit. He's got a right eye that's swelling, but that's it. Oh, there's a right hand once again snuck in there by Marquez. Left hand over the top. I think we're back in one of those situations, Mario, where you throw and you have to absorb because you throw. That's what Medina's in. He throws and then he has to eat a combination. Oh, good right hand. Once again, Marquez trying to finish the job. Final seconds. Another right hand and a combination to the head. Medina steps out of it.
Got a bell coming.
Blood streaming down the nose of Manteca's Medina. Impressive, huh?
True survivor.
¿Cómo te sientes?
How do you feel?
Okay.
Okay.
Dale agua, Bobby.
Give him some water, Bobby.
Dale agua, Bobby. Dale agua, Bobby, sí. Dale agua.
Back to round 4. Wild swinging by Marquez. Connecting flush with that one. Knees wobbling, pursuing him, and Medina showing he's got some incredible guts. Receiving the worst of
Levante la
that.
vista. Vamos a hacer nuestro trabajo. Vamos. ¿Qué pasó?
You gotta do your work.
Más rápido.
Está pegando porque está así. Vamos, ponerle ritmo.
Come on, you gotta build the rhythm.
That's the legendary trainer, Mr. Fiarte. And you know, Nacho Beristain's not too bad either in the other corner. So we got two great trainers.
Time they ever
right hand.
in a title fight.
Another right hand. That right hand is beginning to find the range. Marquez looks like he wants to finish. Good warning from the referee, Robert Bird. That right eye is looking really bad for Medina. Marquez has been able to explode and get off more powerful punches at a faster rate. Body shot downstairs.
There you go.
But you know what? Here comes Medina again. Okay. A left hand, a short hook to that swollen eye. Oh, left, right to the face of Medina. With an uppercut as Medina's forced to retreat. Marquez really throwing now. Manuel Marquez fighting like he doesn't really want to hang around for all 12 rounds. If it's all the same to you.
Just don't get it every time Medina gets punched and clocked like that. Instead of compressing the distance, he stays in the same place and allowing Marquez to continue the punishment. Either move to the side, backwards, or hold.
Simple physics, space and time. That's what it is. Another combination inside. Like I said, Juan Manuel Marquez thrilled crowds in Great Western Forum in his early days. Was quite a popular fighter in Los Angeles. A headliner. Almost borderline low blow there.
obviously pleases the fans with his incredible durability and his guts. Nacho Beristain called his style as ugly but effective.
Ugly but effective. Any way to get it done, you know?
Like that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how you get there. Just a good right hand from Marquez. Medina's getting beat with quickness, but he's still throwing. Low blow almost there. You know what? The fans are getting the money's worth here.
And Medina's getting a whipping.
Yes, he is. He's kind of staggers over here to us.
Oh, over there.
I think he's beginning to see the effects.
Okay, lean back. Okay, son. Okay, if you don't do your job,
taking a lot
they're
of
gonna
clean
have to
shots,
stop the
man.
fight.
You keep going doing that and you don't show me nothing, I'm gonna stop it
All right.
in your
Let's
best
see what the
interest.
ref is talking about. Too many clean punches by Marquez. There's Robert Byrd very close to the action. Again, Marquez with a striking distance.
¿Cómo se trabajó en el gimnasio, mijo? Okay. Trata de hacerlo. Saca tu cuerpo, no lo metas. Te está pegando porque tú le estás metiendo el cuerpo.
Put your body in there. Get your body out of the way.
¿Entendiste? Tú estás metiendo el cuerpo, no debes de meterlo. Vamos.
Let's go.
Se está cansando el muchacho.
He's getting tired.
Robert Byrd has sent the message out that he doesn't see more from Medina. There's no reason to take this punishment. So Medina has been given his marching orders from the referee. Whether or not he can fulfill that request remains to be seen because Mr. Marquez has other ideas.
You know, legend has it that Manuel Medina made $10 on his first fight, $20 for his second. Took him a dozen more to win 100. Now he's making $125,000. Took him 30 fights to make it job.
Sounds like my career.
It's a tough living.
Yeah. Another combination up high. The right eye is just about gone. Medina's right eye. We've seen some great warriors absorb a lot of punishment tonight.
And Mark is being true to his word and promise. He said the game plan is be aggressive. The key is pressure, pressure. He's done exactly that.
Pressure, but yet, you know what? He hasn't been cautious. He's been putting on a tremendous show. That's why people should want to see this guy fight and see him move on to the next level if he can get there. Put him in there against some of the other champions, and let's get it going. Let's quit walking away from Marquez.
Also in the gym, Marquez using bigger sparring partners, knowing that one is going to be a bigger boxer. Being smart about that as well.
Well, Medina's answered the call from the referee, but he's just not landing effective punches, but he is active. Of course, Marquez didn't hear that warning moving out.
And I like the way Marquez describes himself. He says, I'm 70% boxer, 30% puncher.
Well, he's certainly showing a lot of punching tonight as he stumbles a little bit over here in the ropes. Medina unable to that. That's not probably where Marquez wants to be, sitting on that rope. In round 6, scheduled for 12. Been pretty much won Manuel Marquez. Good body punches. Marquez once again looking good. Good movement. Pretty, wasn't it? You have to wonder about Marquez throwing so many punches at this point. That might cost him, because he certainly didn't go out there and getting close. The referee was getting close to stopping it. Let's listen in.
Levanta la vista, dime.
Let's check out the defense by Marquez. Moving out of the way. Left and right, up and down. And Montecas just doesn't know what to do. A little tapping, and that's about it. And then counter punching by Marquez with a nice right.
Tu gancho. No lo vas a poder fallar.
You gotta use your hook.
No tienes nada. No tienes nada. ¿Cómo te sientes? Más un poquito fatigado. Okay. ¿Oíste?
Okay. That graphic's talking about power punches, but there's no comparison, in my opinion, between the power in that man and the power in Medina. And Medina admits it. I mean, he might land power punches, but there's not much behind him. And I know you'd agree, Mario.
Absolutely. I also agree with the fact that you pointed out at the end of the 6th round that Marquez may be getting tired. He's only halfway there if we go the distance.
Exactly. 7th round. And a little bit of a turn in that 6th round because the referee, Robert Byrd, one of the best in the business, was getting ready to punch out Medina. Grab a towel and throw it in. Look at Medina. We've seen this, you know. Saw it from Cesar Pazan earlier tonight.
Always coming at you. Right in your face. He also puts his head against your face. Many of his fights have ended with headbutts.
Yeah, Marquez got to be careful. Marquez got to be careful not to cut like that. You don't want to. But I don't know how. You know, you got a one-eyed fighter up there. I would think that Manuel Marquez would start throwing a little bit of a jab over the tie. There he goes to the left hook. Oh, that's a hard punch. Down goes Medina. A hard left, as I was saying. Go to the right eye with the left hand.
7, 8, you okay? All right. Time.
Robert Byrd's going to have the ring doctor look at Medina. That's it. That's a good decision. Juan Manuel Marquez has dominated Mantequas Medina tonight to win the IBF featherweight title. There'll be no way now to avoid him. He has earned it the hard way with patience, durability, hard work, and I hope you were impressed, ladies and gentlemen, because he's earned it.
I certainly was impressed by Juan Manuel Marquez, demonstrating his incredible ability, accuracy, pressure, good defense.
Well, he's going to go check on Mantequas Medina. I mean, I've seen 2 fighters tonight lose, and I have so much respect for him.
Final moments of the fight. And you called it.
I thought
you called it.
Yeah, well, couldn't see.
If you can hit the roulette tonight like you anticipated this punch, you said that the left hook went to the head, and that was it for Medina.
Well, I've seen too many boxing matches over the 17 years I've been covering this sport, but I said he's got to somehow take advantage. Whoops. He needs to take advantage.
And it went really solid. The first one, it grazed him on the side. The other one slipped off the top of his head. Nevertheless.
And I think that Robert Byrd would have taken this fight on out if Marquez had shown anything at all in that 6th round.
Look at that eye.
All right, it's time now to set it up for the official announcement from Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chief Ringside Physician Dr. Margaret Goodman advises referee Robert Byrd to call a halt to the bout. The official time, 1 minute, 18 seconds of round number 7. The winner, he is now the IBF featherweight champion of the world, Juan Manuel Marquez.
Right, lads, you both know the rules, so let's just have a good, clean fight, okay? Most of want them to defend yourselves at all times, all right? Cross gloves.
All right, Michael Alexander, the 3rd man in the ring tonight. Christina Poncher and Jamel Herring here with you on the call. This one's scheduled for 12 rounds for the IBF Featherweight World Championship.
Can we speak about how hyped the manager was though during the ring introductions for Lopez?
Mimicking the introductions there, yes. And we see right now, right away, Mick Conlan coming out in this fight in the southpaw stance. One of the things his trainer, Adam Booth, says he does the best is switch seamlessly between orthodox and southpaw. You will see that a lot in this fight. Luis Alberto Lopez with team Juan Betancourt, Armando Valenzuela, and Kay Caroma in his corner for the first time in this fight.
In the first 30 seconds, what I noticed from Lopez that he doesn't get enough credit for is his reaction time. Even with Mick Conlan going to southpaw, he still was able to sneak in some shots after he made Mick miss and came out with a counter. And that says a lot.
Low shot
that,
there.
Yeah. And he's so calm. He's calm right now.
And Conlan gave credit to Luis Alberto Lopez, his style, how tricky he is to prepare for, how they had to bring in a variety of sparring partners. But with a fighter in Conlan, too, that switches a lot between orthodox and southpaw. You got to bring in a couple different guys to give you both of those looks as well. Or find somebody else that can switch.
And more importantly, like we pointed out earlier, you just basically got to find somebody that's awkward and unpredictable as well in your training camp.
Lopez looking to land that right hand to the body. Back with the left hand comes Conlan. Conlan down real low with that left hand.
Ooh.
Oh, nice right hand comes in there from Lopez. Uppercut from Lopez.
That's what I mean. His reaction time is really it's underrated.
3 months of training camp to prepare for Mike Conlan. Lopez started his training camp in Mexicali and then moved to Las Vegas at DLX Boxing Gym, where he got in sparring with the likes of Jerwin Ancajas, DJ Zamora, and Bruce Shushu Carrington to prepare for this fight. Nice combination there as he pushes Conlan back.
Yeah. And again, I respect what Mick is trying to do right now. He's basically trying to keep that distance and space. But he has to basically keep his eyes open and stay sharp because, again, Lopez can quickly change speeds.
Right hook gets in for Conlan. Body shot with the left hand twice for Conlan's score.
Good shot from Conlan. Another good left hand.
Some really nice work with that
looping left hand.
Left hand for Conlan.
Around the guard.
I love when we can hear clearly in the corners. I mean, what better way to get a pulse for what they want in the fight than to be able to hear it directly from the trainer. You heard Adam Booth say in the corner, he's looking for that right hand. Yeah. Don't be afraid to switch and go orthodox to get around to the other side.
And double X is meaning, don't just make one defensive move, you got to make two to get out of harm's way.
For now, still in the southpaw stance is Conlan.
Yeah. And Lopez being Lopez is basically unbothered. Even with Mick Conlan being in the southpaw stance.
Oh, big shots. These two are exchanging quick here in round 2.
So much for a boring fight.
He established that jab, and there comes the uppercut from Lopez. He throws these shots, Jamel, like from his hip sometimes. Like from way out of right and left field. Very rarely right up the middle.
Even that fight, that shot was just off balance. It came off one foot.
But that also does, at times, leave him vulnerable for counter shots because he does bring his hands back low.
And it's crazy. His defense is pretty much his offense. He prefers to fire it back. And here comes Mick Conlan. And he's backing. I like how he's backing Lopez up, and he's not smothered. So he's using that jab right now as a rangefinder to keep the space and distance. Because again, Lopez is actually he's a good counterpuncher as well. He's got a tag right there with a good right hook from Conlan.
Conlon marching forward, stalking Venado Lopez. Nice uppercut. That's a great shot from Lopez.
It's that sneaky uppercut, but he brings it down way from the ground, but still manages to always land it.
I've heard, Tim and Andre say in some of the fights I've had the privilege to call with them, it's not how you would teach it, but it works.
But it works,
it's
effective.
Right.
Very effective. Good jab from Nick Conlon.
Oh, and that
got caught a two-piece.
Answers right back with the left hand. Jab is working effectively, setting up shots for Conlon. Combinations landing here.
So far, we're pretty much getting the Conlon that we've seen in the early rounds of the Lee Wood fight. But hopefully he's made the proper adjustments to keep that same pace. Oh. Look at him like a trophy.
And sticking with the southpaw stance for now is Conlon as we start round 3.
And now you got some more bounce in the step.
Really good first 2 rounds to start this fight.
Good left hand to the body from Conlon. Another one.
Look at that counter left from Lopez when Conlon looks to throw the left hand. He's been able to get that off pretty quick from his hip.
Still throwing from the hip. Good uppercut from Lopez. And that's that welcome in the park I was speaking about with Lopez. He'll hit you with a shot, and then you think he just, taking a breather, but he'll jump right back in with another shot.
Left cross from Lopez down to the body. Goes Lopez.
Yeah. And that's where he needs to bank these early rounds at, is the body, especially if you want to take away the boxing pedigree of Mick Conlon. Continue going to the body. Now, in terms of Mick Conlon, continue, taking some steam off those shots by going to Lopez's body and then bringing it back to the center of the ring and just box.
Some good exchanges there from Conlon.
Nice left hand to the body from Conlon. Another one.
Yeah, he's doing some good work downstairs. Ooh. Nice left hand, and then comes an uppercut from Lopez. It's been a lot of back and forth action. Conlon's backed up now. Looked a little unsteady on his feet for this a second there. Some big shots are coming in from Lopez. Just under a minute to go here in round 3. Body work from Lopez, and Conlon holds.
And Lopez gets right out of it, goes right back to work. One thing about Lopez is when he gets hit, it wakes him up and he's all right, enough of that. And he comes right back with a barrage of shots, and the barrage is still continuing to go, as you see now.
But this is not the pace that Conlon has told us he wants to fight. Nope. He does not want to get dragged into a firefight. He does not want to be in close. But I don't think Lopez is giving him an option right now.
I don't think Lopez cares. And the crowd, I love how the crowd is on their feet. See, the thing is, though, Lopez can fight at this pace. Can Mick Conlon keep up with this pace?
Round 4, this championship fight is scheduled for 12. Christina Poncher and Jamel Herring here with you on the call. Very entertaining fight through the first 3 rounds. More at the pace of what Team Venado would prefer. I think that Adam Booth would want Conlon at this moment to get back to working off that stick, off that jab, doubling up on the jab, moving around the outside, get his punches in, and then get back out.
And I love Mick Conlon's heart and determination, but I think just a moment ago he really felt that power of Lopez, and you could tell. You could tell.
Interesting choice, too, for Conlon, despite Adam Booth mentioning in round 2 about switching to orthodox when he felt comfortable, is that your jab isn't always as effective when you're fighting an orthodox fighter. Both your lead hands are in front.
Ooh. And the thing McCollum has to start doing when he exits, he has to put his hands back up. He may think he's out of range, but somehow Lopez always is able to sneak in a sneaky shot. Like, nothing Lopez do is the correct way you learn, but it's effective.
And he's smiling as he's putting in work.
There goes that Diddy bop. Good jab from Lopez.
Oh, nice combination, culminating with the chopping shot that causes Conlon to try to hold. Body shot from Lopez.
They're kind of low.
Nice shot up top from Conlon with the left hand. Venado a bit flat-footed now, walking towards Conlon. Down to the body uppercut, looping right hand, left hook.
Left hook, yeah. Not McCollum bounce a bit.
Perhaps a bit of blood in the mouth of Conlon.
Nice body, nice sneaky body shot from Lopez there we just seen.
Ten seconds to go here in round 4.
That's where Lopez got those I'm gonna go upside your head shots, right? and look how early we started in the fight though, that he's saying this.
And it looks like K. Karoma is looking for some.
I'm gonna point that out. Yeah, he wants to go more to the body. He wants Lopez to invest more to the body because he feels that Mick Conlon is predicting him going on top. So he wants him to go down to the body more. And I think if you go down to the body more, it'll add on to what Mick Collins kind of was saying about the legs not being there, because it would definitely take more of his legs from him.
And Team Lopez's game plan was definitely to apply pressure, smart pressure though with combinations, and they want to make Conlon work and use his legs and tire him out.
And one aspect of the game that we're not seeing a lot lately is the feint. I believe like for Mick Conlon, he should start throwing some feints even when he's trying to, regain his composure and set his next trap. Don't just stand there and look at him. Throw some feints and make him think about you're gonna set up a trap, but do something.
Oh, that shot hurt him. Conlon is down in round 5, and the towel comes in. Adam Booth has thrown in the towel. It is over. Luis Alberto Lopez is still the IBF featherweight world champion. Well, I mean, it only went one other round and then it got stopped shortly after that. But that shot right there flattened Conlon. There was no question about it, not even a count. The towel comes in. We've been talking about that uppercut, the right uppercut shot from the hip.
He dipped right into it.
The Road Warrior.
He's going down, boom. Like, Lopez's eye coordination is on point, and he's not getting enough credit for that.
And great to see Conlon on his feet there as the two fighters embrace. Fantastic.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 1 minute 14 seconds of round number 5. The blue corner signaled our referee, Michael Alexander, to stop the contest. Therefore, your winner by way of technical knockout and still